is where we dispense the truth. This is where we tell you the truth as it is raw, without mixing it, without dilution. Because you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Therefore, the only thing I ask you to do is to come with a dose of your common sense, please. Come with a dose of your common sense. Because without common sense, you cannot understand what we are doing. You might be thinking that we are rude. You might be thinking that this and that. Because you don't have your common sense. Once you have your common sense with you, all you care to, or all you should be listening is to the substance of what we are saying. Is it the truth? Is it the truth? Once it's the truth, you research is the truth. Therefore, it doesn't matter any way we speak it. It doesn't matter. Therefore, once again, I welcome each and every one of you. Today is the 9th day, Monday the 9th day of November 2020. I am waiting for my comrades to join me, if he could. Before that, we must continue. I will go on to call the name of Chukwukabiam, the God of our ancestors. Our Father who art in heaven, the creator of the whole universe, hallowed be your name. We have once again gathered in order to dispense the truth, in order to try to enlighten the people. Those that must be saved, you have marked them. They will hear this word and accept it, and know the truth, and the truth will set them free. But those sons of perdition that are there trying to undo what you are doing, trying to destroy, Chukwukabiam, you destroy them. Those enemies of the people, those that don't want to hear the truth, Lord, you destroy them. We thank you for our leader. Give him more power, more force, more energy, wisdom, understanding, in order to continue this monstrous job which you have called him to do. Many people are lying that they are being called by you. Many of them are using it to extort money. But we know that our leader, you have called him in order to liberate your people. In order to liberate those that are being caged in that quagmire called Nigeria. It doesn't matter their ethnicity. People are being caged there, courtesy of the British. They want good thing for their people, but they don't want good thing for Nigerians, for black Africans. That is why they force everybody, no matter the friction, no matter the suffering, they continue patching, amalgamating that evil called Nigeria to their own advantage, and those of their stooges we call politicians. But Lord, you have sent your servants through this platform in order to make sure that that place will be destroyed, and through the ashes will rise up many nations that are being chained, illegally chained in that dungeon. Thank you, Chukwukabiam, for in your name we have prayed. He said, once again, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra House of Service, coming to you via Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra land. As I said before, I'm waiting to be joined by my comrade, Mazi Jacob from Nasarawa State, and a gunman by nationality or by tribe. This brings me to continue my normal remark. Please stop calling these people, referring to them as Hausa Fulani. There is nothing like Hausa Fulani as a people. this nomenclature, which they just forged, is a farce. It's a way of deceiving people. Both the Hausas, other non-Fulani ethnicities, and even the Southerners. They want you to believe that whenever you see an Hausa man, you call him Hausa Fulani, which means the Fulani, they are very populous, they are plenty. It is life from the pit of hell. This is what they want to achieve, and they have achieved it to a certain extent. But we have understood their political games. The Fulani conquered the Hausas in the 19th century, early 19th century, through Ottoman and Fodio. And how did they conquer the Hausas? The Fulani came through to them as teachers, teaching them their own version of Islam. Meanwhile, the Hausas were Muslims before the coming of the Fulani. But the Fulani today, they change the narrative. They are telling the Hausas that they brought Islam to the Hausas, which is life from the pit of hell. The Hausas, they accepted Islam as early as 11th century. That time, there is no presence of Fulani even in any part of West Africa. Do you understand that? The history of the presence of Fulani in Hausa land started in 1804. That time Hausa land was part of Songhai Empire, old Songhai Empire. Go and research about the Songhai Empire. Very great empire. And the Hausa people, the Hausa land, they had a nice, vibrant civilization. They manufacture things. Do you know how they know civilizations? You know, when you study history about ancient civilization, how they recognize civilization is because of what they do, what they manufacture. You see Nok Kingdom, N-O-K, in the Middle Belt today. You see their terracotta as early as many centuries back, but they remember them because of the excavations archaeologists did, and they saw that these people manufacture something. As early as that, they had the brain in order to manufacture pottery, clay pots, strong, very beautiful. Same thing goes to different kingdoms past. Even Arochukwu, our people built pyramids as far back as hundreds, if not thousands years back, in Odi. These were destroyed by the British in order to erase history. Do you understand that? They know a civilized people through what they can do, what they could do, or what they have done. That is how they know how civilized those people were, how vibrant their civilization were at that time. So for you to see that even today Nigeria have no civilization because they cannot manufacture nothing. Even ordinary electricity they don't have. Are you going to be talking about import? Oh, they import everything in the containers. They import rubbishes from Europe, dustbins from Europe, cars that are outdated. But you see it in Nigeria, they say, it's car, but it's outdated, something thrown away in Europe and America and other parts of the world. They bring it to Nigeria. That is no civilization, it's not life. The Hausa kingdom, they had a very vibrant civilization until the touch of the Fulani. Fulani, they come to cause confusion, to destroy civilizations. That is why today they have brought down the standard of education in Nigeria. So that you go to federal government parastatals, what you see are Fulani as heads of the parastatals, director generals. But they don't even know how to write their name. They don't print. People people working under them, answering him, sir, they are PhD holders. For you to know how sad it is. That is how the Fulani destroyed Hausa civilization. The old civilizations of the Hausa, the vibrant civilization the Hausas had. And they turned the Hausas directly into street slaves, street beggars. They are slaves, street beggars. You know, the Fulani, they don't pity. Once they catch you, they don't pity you until thy kingdom come. That is why these people we call governors, Southeast governors, that think that they can use politics of appeasement, begging, in order to woo the Fulani. That is, they don't read history. They don't study history. They don't study history. You confront the Fulanis. You confront them with their method. You match them and show them that you are mad, more mad than them. That is when they give you peace. That is when they run away. Fulanis, they don't have anything like pity. No, it's not in their dictionary. Do you remember when Erufa of Kaduna said that the problem about the killings in southern Kaduna and the middle belt by Fulani headsmen is about the Fulani vengeance? I think the governor of Bauchi State reiterated it. He said the vengeance of the Fulani, because they don't forget. Rufai, he said that any Fulani that is being killed is a debt that must be paid, even if it takes more than 100 years. Do you understand what it means? So you pay them with their way, their system, you give it to them back. But if you start kneeling down every time begging, as Ohanes and the Ibon Southeastern governors are doing, oh, you are pity is your name. Sorry, you are a corner. Sorry. Because these people, they don't have a heart of forgiveness. The more you beg them, the more they feel that they are larger than life. You are demigod. If you understand how they yap you with their fufude, when you are begging, if you understand how they yap these people, how they laugh these people, insult them in their languages, I'm telling you, you cannot even do what you are doing. I mean the Southeast governors mostly. Saying you have to appease. You have to appease. Look at the communique they release. We thank President Buhari. Number one, we thank. Number two, we thank. Number three, we thank. Number four, we thank. And you asked, where do these people come from? They are delivering us into the hands of the Fulani. Direct. Remember what happened to the houses. How today the Almajiri you are talking. You are seen everywhere. These are people caused. These were their ancestors who were hard-working set of people that never begged. But today, through the touches of the Fulani, they turn them into street beggars. Don't you ask yourself questions? How do they do this? How do they achieve this? That is why the Fulani, they want you to be calling them House of Fulani, because the houses are more populous. So that you will have that illusion that, oh, the Fulani, they are more populous also. Because any Hausa man you see is an House of Fulani, is life from the pit of hell. Even any other non-Fulani ethnicity in the north. Many Southerners call them House of Fulani, which is laughable. It's not true. I am hosting this program with a gunman from Nasarawa State. But it's funny that when people from the south, we see this person on the road and call him, oh, it's an Hausa Fulani. Do you see how the Fulani have deceived every one of you? Because when they continue saying this, House of Fulani, every time now it enters your subconscious mind. And you will be saying it without even realizing it. Playing to the gallery of the Fulani. Please, let us do the right thing. Stop calling them House of Fulani. The North, as we see, they have more ethnicities than the South, more tribes, different tribes more than the South. But many people don't know that. The Fulani use Hausa, impose Hausa language on everybody. That is why when they speak Hausa, you say, this, if an government, you see, Jacob, he speaks Hausa fluently. And he speaks his own Ekon language. But when you don't know if you speak, you are House of Fulani. Do you see how ignorant you are? With your ignorance, you are facilitating the Fulani hegemony, the Fulanization. Please let us do the right thing. I am going to go direct to the topic of my submission today. Today is the 9th day of November 2020, on Monday. The topic of my submission today says the real enemies of the people. The real enemies of the people. That is what I want to talk about. I want to deliberate on. The real enemies of the people. You know, when I'm not talking of only Biafrans. Let us talk about the context, the Nigeria context today. If Nigerians could be candid and tell themselves the truth, they should have known that neither Nnamdi Kanu nor IPOB is their enemy. I'm telling you. The Nigerian populace, people you call Nigerians, though there are no Nigerians, but it's unfortunate that there are many ethnicities like Biafrans and Ariwan, Oduduwa, and others, Kararafa, of Middle Belt, they found themselves forcefully amalgamated into an entity the Britain wants them to be, by force. So I want people to see this in this context. Nnamdi Kanu is not your enemy. IPOB is not your enemy. It doesn't matter the blackmail, because your real enemies are blackmailing Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB in order to make you hate them. That is what they want you to do. Because they know that when you hate them, when you hate Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB, when you hate us, now you are under them forever. The real enemies of Nigerians. Nigerians should know that neither Biafra nor Igbo is their enemy. Their real enemies are their local and national politicians. You see that your local politicians, that your local politician, that when he comes, you hear him, he is your number one enemy. As a people, he is your number one enemy. Let me give you this example. Okay, before I go on, please, let me bring in my comrade, Mazi Jacob. He just joined me. Please introduce yourself so that I continue moving. Welcome to
Mazi. Mazi, I greet you. Please, Mazi, I don't know whether yesterday after my broadcast, some of my people, they are saying that my voice is low. They struggle to get my voice clear. I don't really know. I have no idea. Maybe from your end, probably you add more the volume or you check your end. But my own end here, my studio is very okay.
It was okay. I don't know. It was okay. Okay, I will increase the volume. Go on.
Okay. So I greet all of you. Once again. I don't come back as usual. My name now Ompase Jacob from Naswati. I'm a Goma by tribe. No, somebody come tell me say, Mr. Jacob, why you daddy Mazi? Are you an Igbo man? I said no. The Mazi, me say, I be Igbo man or say title. Mazi simply means Mr. Hey, make you know and now need the meaning of Mazi. So if you call me Mr. Jacob Mbase, or you don't get it wrong. So just that Mazi, just because of no, we play with the Igbo, they are our friends. I just pick up that Mazi, you know, I like the word. So that's why I very Mazi. So
even let me also come in there. Even Mr. is English. You know that? Mr. is English language.
It's English. Yes. Yeah.
You can also put your own language if you can interpret what Mr. That is why we put Mazi. You know, it's our own, it's Igbo language. So we put Mr. is not even our. It's not our language.
It's not our language.
Yes. So that's it.
To make like outside, you can call me Rankede, can call it Jacob. Rankede, no, if you call him, just call him. So that's it. So, or you call him Malam Jacob. Okay, no, I will come and say Malam Jacob. Guy.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
You see, it's also yes. It's good, Malam Jacob.
Yeah. So back on Kodo Alaka. I greet all of them. Before I finish, I go my village, I go take that blessing and come back and you know as you know Joanna. I go me and get me whatever. Me my Oskomara and that people this me. Check up on by say that's ambassador was the why check up was the me. Ma be going bo. Me military ma be mazi our remember ngumzime kwanda kwa point it ko shi ngumzime kana pala me ko de gane so because me go shku me e zime game mo be game to zime game me kan me get zime kan me go so kai so e no lo yen go so ge wa ge lo do Biafra ka ge lu ge go we like ko ge go e ko no ngu do me spectacle ka ge go ka ge kana lo se go gi ba ku lu ge le ngam me ga no mo kai mo so me ba je go me meshko ya nye ya gbe ya ma ko yes ko bitu mi ke ba go so me ko be ya ba ge ba he ko number ye ba je meshko ba ye lo ka me meshko me le kan le ka mi cha wala e ma de meshko ba go ye be chi go do se yo do se gila yo se okay so when the person ba go ye chi so ti la lo bebe jaman ko ni do bet are omo la ga shi ko da waraka ya ga je abuwa ni ne dan ko ni ne malam Jacob Ambase so bari mana wannan bari cire wannan sunan mazin ko in sa sunan malam ko gaskiya ba haka muke sai kowa da kowa ya gane cewa gashi so in an yi sunana mazi ko malam Jacob daga Nasawa sai ne gonne daga Nasawa sai daga Akwanga in za ka nan na live a radio Biafra daga Akwanga da muka wannan broadcasting direct din nan a yau din nan Monday 9 ga watan 11 so nan nake so kullum mu zo mu tattauna abubuwan mu taimake mu nan zuwa gaba me ya kamata mu sani game da masalan da muke cikin zuwa kanan a Najeriya kullum ana zirga-zirga kullum ana zirga-zirga ga wannan fadan wannan kaza saboda rashin ainihin gwamnati ne saboda rashin cewa ko wani kuma suka ce in ba da su ba yi don me don fa da yanzu samu ka zo ka sayi magira na kashi dole kawai sai na yi abin da ya kamata kake so bai faruwa yau nan na zo ne cewa mu zum tattauna da abubuwa da yawa wani taimake mu na a wannan rudin Biafra lafiya so cire yayanka kinninka ku zauna ku tattauna ku sa kunni ku ji ta wannan dawo zamu ci gaba da su abubuwa da kuma mu santa sai yau to sai mu kira barin kuma yin gasin dawo. My people of Midwest, I greet all of you now. Once again, as you know me, I want to come here every day, every night. They talk about how we will achieve our own freedom. Let me come again. I come every day. So because I speak my language, I speak Hausa. No, so no all of this. You understand my language? Even the Hausa where I speak, no, all of the here because I know people from Gwandara, Aho, Kaji, all of us, all of us, they middle bed, all of us, they middle bed. So you go make a call to speak. English small we say all of us so that the message we will talk will go far, go understand how we test out. So today, you know now, we will always get plenty talk, plenty low debt when we go take the offload, how we take the grow, how we take the unite ourselves, and then all this platform we be saying that Biafra go make us understand how things they happen, how we take arrange ourselves, how we take understand ourselves. Say we need to be flying people. will be Hausa, and the Hausa will be really bad. So now when we say the Hausa people, then they understand, say these people Fulani, they use us to achieve the aim and an objective. But now Tango say we don't realize through this only Biafra. That's why every day we have to come around, get to people, get them understand, so that we can understand how this only Biafra is the go. And again, let me say what you about that. We have many platforms where you go to listen to us. If you go to community, IPOB community radio, go to Play Store, download them, tap them. You will hear us live and direct. You can get our FM. You know what we did for Lagos. Go to FM, turn to 102.1 FM. Then they go to Kano, the same thing. Abuja, the same thing. We split so the many platforms. You go to Facebook. Anywhere we start, you go, you get us. So that's why I don't call. Somebody call introduce myself. When I come back, we go to. There's so many things we go talk today. So many things we talk today. And then again, before I continue, I want to drop this number where everybody will be for diaspora or even in Nigeria. If you want to connect the Middle Belt Forum, if you want to connect the Middle Belt group, get this number. Call Mr. OK Foreign in the abroad, in the Burkina. Then they help organize the group so that we can move to anything we don't understand. They will guide you properly. You can send the number and reach it in WhatsApp. But I won't put the number now. +48 96 72 638. I'll call them again. +48 73 96 72 638. A name now, OK Foreign. So when I come back, I will continue with our broadcast and the float which we carry come. Before I continue, I want to greet Maoga Mazi Ozoma. Owadoze, I do it again. I don't come back again. As you support us, God will bless you. When I come back, we'll continue. Thank you very much. Mazi, take it from there.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We must continue. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. We must continue. As I said before my comrade came in, the topic of my submission today says the real enemies of the people. You know, if Nigerians could be candid and tell themselves the truth, they should have known that Nnamdi Kanu, neither Nnamdi Kanu nor IPOB is their enemy. They should know that neither Biafra nor Igbo is their enemy. Their real enemies are their local politicians. These politicians that when you see them, you clap, you give them name and they dash you 1,000 naira. They are your number one enemy, even more than Satan. As I wanted to say before, let me say this. Let me just give you this analogy. You know, this NSAS protest, which they prevented some northern youths, they prevented them from engaging. Instead, they paid people money. You know, Almajiris, they don't know nothing. Their own is that they don't know nothing. Anything their malam tells them is what they do. Their politicians will consult their malams and say, where are your boys? Just tell them that they should go and destroy the properties of Igbos or Southerners, Nyamini, because they want to overtake the Islamic president, a Muslim brother. Finish. Yeah, it's finished. Because they don't understand any other thing. What does Almajiri understand? What does Almajiri understand? Does he understand how to run a country? Does he understand what we preach? What they pump into him is, as far as you are a non-Muslim, you are an infidel. You should be killed. anything that is happening, even if you bring a solution to their problem, that is not they don't care. They reject it. Do you remember one time, a few months back, or is it last year, which I played a clip here about one man, I think is in Kano or in Kaduna, which is among those people being liberated from all these Islamic schools. They attach them, they chain them. And this man is a PhD holder, living in UK for 16 years. PhD holder. He just came back on ways, in order to help the people. But they say, this man, we heard that he married a British girl, and maybe he have left Islam. That is the only reason. They don't care about what is in this man's head, that they can use. He can help in developing their community. That is not their problem. Now they caught him. He said he was sleeping, and all of a sudden he found himself chained, which means they gave him sleeping tablet, or they put something for him in food, and he ate and slept off. His own people, his own parents captured him, took him to that Islamic school so that they can, restore him back for them. This is a people you are staying in the same country with. Now tell me how the country can be redeemed. The real enemies are the people that kept, those politicians that kept these people blinded with religion, so that they can be manipulative. The people can be manipulated anyhow. These are the real enemies of the people. The real enemies of the people are those politicians that kept these palliatives, the food. When we call palliatives, try to understand. These are food donated by foreign countries to the Nigerian people, the population, the people that cannot help themselves during this COVID lockdown, which they are also trying to revive again because they are afraid of NSAS protests, another wave of youth rising up in a revolution. So they want to, we know all what they are doing. They want to say, Nigeria has another wave of increasing, wave of corona. So people, they will do another lockdown, as they are doing it in many countries. So that people cannot come out. So that you cannot come out to protest. So that they can manipulate you as they want. That is what is to come. Because they are afraid. The real enemies of the people are the politicians that kept this food, ordinary food, given to them. Foreign government like Turkey, like America, like even Saudi Arabia, they cannot give food directly to the people. They need to give it to the government. That is the work of the government. Say, distribute to your people. As they are inside house, as they were inside houses, no work, so you share them, as other countries are doing. But do you know what? They packed these palliatives. Every state, the governors, they pack them, keep them in warehouses. They just did a meeting. Let no person share. They pack it so that during the election, they are waiting for 2023 election campaign. When they flag off, you see they repack it, start putting in the face of PDP, PPC, APC. Atiku, this is from Ojo Kano. That is, they will use it to buy you. That is their plan. How can people that deny you of food given to you from foreign country, how do you think that they can give you something good? These are the real enemies. But people discover this. People discovered this during the protests and started collecting, taking back what belongs to them. And it became the problem for these enemies, you call politicians. Jigawa State Governor, he issued the executive order for house-to-house search. Any person that they see this palliative in the house will be jailed, even killed. Do you see how they act? The real enemies of the people. But you call you know, oh, they are our Muslim brothers, oh, our Muslim rulers, they are representing us. They are not representing you. They want you dead. They are not representing you. If it's not the action of this NSAS protest, could you have known this? You wouldn't have known it. That they kept all these palliatives everywhere. Even there was a place in Lagos, inside bush, custom officials used to hide people's imported goods, cars, everything imported. They would go there and keep it. You see cars rotten. These people, they want to make you suffer. They like to see you suffer and suffer and suffer until you die. But you don't see them as your enemies because you are ignorant. The people that cannot give you ordinary food, these are the people that are dishing out, oh, Ipob Nnamdi Kanu is doing this, they want to bring civil war, this and that. But these people cannot give you electricity for 60 years, and you believe them. Now describe yourself for believing them. People that cannot do anything good. But look at them. Look at their children. Look at their mansions. You enter politics in Nigeria, you become a billionaire overnight. And people, they see it as normal. These are things that need to be treated. That is why this protest, this revolution must come up. Because these people, there is a secret war. There is a war going on. Any person that tell you that you want to bring up, there is already a war between the politicians and the masses. I'm telling you honestly. Do you see immediately after the NSAS protest, now they went into full-blown media blackmail. What they are showing everywhere in the mainstream media in Nigeria is things that were destroyed, how NSAS is not good, or protests, all these protests, how people are killed. They don't show how police people, how the military, we are killing ordinary citizens. They don't show them. Instead they show, oh, hoodlums are this, they hijack. What hijack? The protests have been going on for 2 weeks peacefully, until they started bringing their thugs. They paid their thugs to come and start causing mayhem. And the epic was the shooting in Lekki, the military shooting. That is when Nigerian youth reacted. So I want to tell you today that the real enemies of the people are your local politicians. Jigawa State Governor, as an example, he was very fast, quick in issuing executive order to recover palliative, to punish those that took what belongs to them. But he never answered question, why will you have to hold this for many months? And people were dying of hunger. People don't question all these people. They don't question them. To the extent, even the palliative, you see some politicians, there is one politician, I think is in Lagos, saying, no, I have to give it out during his birthday or her birthday. These are your real enemies. So when they tell you that IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu is this and that, they are blackmailing your savior. Do you understand? Those of you Christians, it's just like what happened during the time of Christ. They blackmailed him that he's coming to change everything. This and that, bring him, kill him. But after thousands of years, people realize that those people were the real enemies, that Christ is the Savior. Do you see how humans do? Do you see that? When you hear genocides, atrocities being committed, how black people were being massacred in America before the civil rights activism, before Martin Luther King came up, this and that, how people were treated like animals by white people. But that time, do you remember? Just imagine the mindset. That time they thought they were doing the right thing because of what they believe. Because they believe it is good to enslave others that are hidden, unbelievers. That is their mindset that time. So for them, they were doing the right thing. But it is later, because of human research and development, that you understand that, look, these people, they did the wrong thing, they committed atrocities. But that time they were not seeing it as atrocities. Do you understand? So that what we are saying today, we will understand it. We don't want to stay till another 1,000 years before people will start saying, oh, but these people we are right. These people were right. That is why we are telling you now to prod your conscience, to think critically, not after you start again. Do you know that when Martin Luther King Jr. was fighting for the liberation of the black people, do you know that even many black people criticized him? Do you know that? Why is this man doing? He's bringing problem to everybody. Why now? Many saw him as the enemy, but they didn't see the system, the apartheid system as the enemy. Until now, later on it dawned on them, oh, that time we are right, we are wrong. Oh, the same thing that happens to Christ. Do you see that? That is the reason why we are talking now, telling you convincingly, for you to understand that the real enemies are these politicians you are praising. Because if they are your friends, why couldn't they have given you electricity? Why is it that every politician, he has mansions, they showcase their mansions and their cars and you clap for them? How do they make the money? Why is it that senators, they are receiving 1.something million naira per day for doing nothing? Only their salary. 30-something million naira per month. But they find it difficult paying professionals like doctors that save life, teachers that model people. They find it difficult to bring electricity, build standard hospitals for ordinary people, for the masses at least to enjoy. Do you know they are the problem, the real enemies? Number one, a public enemy, they are the politicians. But these are the people that will be laying blame on one person or the other, on one group or the other, on one nation or the other. Oh, it's IPOB, it's Nnamdi Kanu, it's Biafra, it's Ipob. They are the problem, causing problem. No. The people that are causing the crisis are the politicians. They are your public enemy. The enemy number one. It doesn't matter whether you are Hausa or as far as you are the people, the peasants, one of the peasants, you are suffering. The reason why you will see a governor in the north, he will say he's empowering the youth. He will buy shoe shining kits, be dashing it to people's children for them to go and shine shoes. and that is, he has empowered them. But his children cannot shine shoes. Do you see how they hate you? They deceive you anytime, cover themselves with this religious sentiment that, oh, we are protecting your image as Muslims. We are protecting you from heathens. Spare me that nonsense. Spare me that nonsense. But you want to go to Dubai, right? You want to go to Dubai. Dubai is a Muslim country, but it's developed. People are educated there, and they work, and everything is organized. Do you understand that? Stop allowing these people, these politicians, to use religion to deceive you. They are your enemies number one. These politicians. When Goodluck Jonathan built schools for you to learn, for your eyes to be open, so that you can be, beneficial to yourselves and your family. As an almajiri, you learn, you study, you have a profession. Now you work, you can do something. Because if you don't go to school, you cannot, you don't even know where to start. That is why you push wheelbarrow. You shine, they give you shoe shining kits for you to shine shoes. So that tomorrow, anytime they want, there is election, they can use you. They can dangle one bag of rice in your presence and tell you to go and kill Onyamiri, and you go, you run, go. They will tell you that, oh, these people are unbelievers. Go and kill them, and you go. Because you are ignorant. You are ignorant of the fact that the people that are commanding you to do this are your enemies. Do you understand that? The people that are telling you to go and do this, they are your enemy number one. Your enemies number one. I thank God today, the military, Nigerian people in the Nigerian military, many of them are coming to their senses. Because we tell them to resign from Nigerian military. There is something I posted on my timeline about the police dilapidated building. Just if you look at that building where the police people are living, I don't know. I cannot say prison. No, prison is not they don't have bad buildings, only in the zoo in Nigeria anyway. It's just like public toilet that is unkempt. That is where the police, home to police officers, police people that comes out on the road every day. But these youths, the Nigerian youths and South protesters, they came out to protest for the police people to have good life, for them to have good building, have good apartments and flats to live as one of their remunerations, for their salaries to be increased. But do you know what? The same politicians that are the number one enemy tell them to go and kill the people that we are fighting for them, for their good, for their goodness, for their betterment. And some of them took a gun and started shooting. Even the military that we are crying. Nigerians, do you see this? Look at they don't look at the gun they give us. So it's old gun, Shagari regime, 1980s gun. They say it's even Second World War tank they give to them. Whereas the whole weapons they bought, the Nigerian government bought, is in the hands of the Boko Haram. They will be videoing, crying. Oh, my friend have died. My brother, look at, they killed many of us. I'm running now as a Nigerian military. But people came out to protest to save you, for you to have a good life. The same enemies, number one, the politicians, still tell you to go and shoot them, and you go. I have to obey order. But today, thank God that many of them are opening their eyes. I want you to listen, because Nigerian military, they are resigning. Listen, this is on national news. They are resigning. They are joining the people. I'm telling you. Listen, please.
Confirmed that a high number of Nigerian soldiers were resigning voluntarily from service. The chairman of the Military Pension Board, Abayomi Lawal, disclosed this.
This is Nigeria is national news on AIT. That they are surprised that the Nigerian military are resigning in a very massive way. They are now resigning. They are no more interested. Something will happen. Things will happen. People don't understand.
When he appeared before the Senate for the defense of the Military Pension Board has confirmed that a high number of Nigerian soldiers were resigning voluntarily from service. The chairman of the Military Pension Board, Abayomi Lawal, disclosed this when he appeared before the Senate for the defense of his agency's budget for 2021.
Military boss said the reasonable voluntary retirement has put enormous pressure on the board's expenditure, stressing that the budget for 2021 is grossly inadequate. Lawal added that the high level of casualties in the Northeast has also expanded the expenditure of the Military Pension Board, hence the need for greater allocation.
We know what is going on at the Northeast, increased number of casualties happening there. Also, we are now having lost higher number of our personnel that are voluntarily retiring and some discharging from the service. And once they leave,
the military
they are voluntarily retiring. Do you see that? Because they are coming now to the reality that their real enemies are those people giving them commands. Go and shoot. Go and kill the masses. Go and obtain them. The military that they are retiring voluntarily from the service, and that is, we encourage them to do more. Call the number that you are given, the number that you are provided with. This is not about IPOB. This is Nigerians in diaspora, because everybody is fed up with what is happening. I'm telling you honestly, everybody is fed up. Do you know that they arrested and convicted some people, some Nigerians in the United Arab Emirates for being members of Boko Haram and wiring money to Boko Haram? Do you know that? They say the court documents show that between 2015 and 2016, these convicts were allegedly involved in cash transfers totaling $782,000 to Boko Haram. Most of the transactions were facilitated by two undercover Boko Haram agents based in Nigeria. One of them is Alhaji Saidu, well known by Nigerian government. This Alhaji Ashiru was described as a Nigerian government official who reportedly funneled misappropriated public funds to terrorists. Do you see that? Let me give you the names of the 6 convicted. They are as follows. 1. Surajo Abubakar Mohammed, sentenced to life in United Arab Emirates. Saleh Yusuf Adamu, sentenced to life. Ibrahim Ali Al-Hassan, 10 years imprisonment. Abdurrahman Ado Musa, 10 years imprisonment. Bashir Ali Yusuf, 10 years imprisonment. And number 6, Mohammed Ibrahim Isa, 10 years imprisonment. Do you understand what we are saying? Now tell me, other countries we can convict these Boko Haram financiers and members in the United Arab Emirates. But in Nigeria, none of them. Where are the financiers? They will take out the captured Boko Haram fighters. Within 6 months, they reintegrate them. They say they are now repented. How do you monitor them? And the worst part of it, they put them back inside the army, the military. And you tell me that this is a country you have to stay? People don't understand. Ignorance is just walking, jumping up and down in Nigeria. Ignorance. People don't understand the keg of gunpowder they are in. So tell me, these people that are facilitating all these things, where are those people that say, once they enter power, they will fish out the Boko Haram sponsors in the Nigerian government? Where are they? Did anybody talk about them again? So the real enemies of the people are the politicians, your local politicians. They monitor the Boko Haram financiers from outside, and the Nigerian government know them, but they never arrested them. They never freeze their accounts. But do you know what? They freeze the accounts of NSA protesters. Oh, so the Central Bank of Nigeria, Nigerian government can freeze people's account immediately, right? But the Boko Haram sponsors, they are using Nigeria Bank, doing their businesses, disposing their money. They never freeze their accounts. They know them. They never freeze their accounts. These people you see as politicians, if there is anything worse than Satan, they are. Because they want to see you suffer, always suffering. And they will come out on the air or on television to tell you how they love Nigeria, giving you theoretical nonsense. I say theoretical nonsense because that is for them, that is a profession for them. Every time they come out on the air, they talk, something they reverse. I mean, they cram everything. They come, they talk to you how everything will be okay, how this and that, because that is what they are paid for. They are receiving all these huge sums of money in order to deceive you, only for deceit. That is Nigerian politics for you. For deceiving you, making you suffer, and nothing works. This is what Nigerian youth should remove. All these enemies of the people. Because in a revolution sweeps out the old order. I'm saying this, reiterating it every day. People don't understand what is revolution. Revolution is not something that is good that there is no leadership, no leader in that revolution. Because it's something that comes up spontaneously, so that you chase out the real enemies of the people. When you see the success of a revolution is when you see politicians running away. They will go to governor's house, they don't see anybody. Everywhere is gone. People can vandalize it. Yes, that is a revolution. People can vandalize their places. It's part of the revolution. Because people's anger is too much because of the sufferings these people have given them. They owe teachers months and months of salary without paying them. But every day, they themselves, they receive their own salary as politicians for doing nothing. Former governors, they receive their money as normal without no credit. They receive their salaries in food, the whole politicians. But professionals that are working with the people, saving lives, doing one thing or the other to develop the country, they owe them. And you are telling me that these human beings, these people, these policy makers in Nigeria, that they are human beings? And you are telling me that these people are supposed to be there? Nigerian youth, they are, I'm telling you, they are using your brain. Every time look at how they have frozen, they have expected order to freeze the accounts of NSA protesters. Look at. These are people that revolutionists they want good thing, they want change, positive changes in the land. But these agents of darkness fighting them. Do you think that somebody that refused to give you ordinary food, he can give you electricity? Is that what you think? Is that what you think? That they can do something good for you? Is that what you think? They are now training the killer SWAT, killer police, police unit, SWAT. You know, you are shouting that the SARS are killing now. You know what? They don't want you as a young man to see roads, to see even see something good, to use something good. That is why it's an instruction, it's an order given to all those SARS, all those policemen. When they see you with smartphone, they say, you are not supposed to have smartphone. You are supposed to be like a robot, moving like a zombie. That is the way they want to program. They want you to be programmed, you, the masses in Nigeria. So that anything you know, when you have a smartphone, at least you can put data, no matter how costly. You can struggle to put data and know what is happening, how other people are living, how things are happening. You get first-hand information. But do you know what? They don't like that. They want to make you, force you into watching the mainstream media, watching television, reading their newspapers where they whitewash. They tell you that Nigeria is trying. Every country have its own drawbacks. So Nigeria is even trying, giving you electricity. Even they will tell you, thank you. Even we allow you to even buy generators. You should thank us. That is what they want to turn your brain into, so that you'll be thinking like a zombie. You go and you read the Vanguard. Everything they write there, you swallow it, jack up, hook, line, and sinker. That is the way it is. After you watch Channels television, it will tell you the whole lies, everything, and you take it. That is the way they want to program you, as zombies. So that even as you are a graduate riding Okada, you will even be praising. They will want you to be praising them, that even you see Okada even to ride. Do you understand that? That after all, Okada is work. That is the way, how wicked these people are. But they are putting the whole blames on IPOB, making you to see everything through their own spectrum. Do you understand the way they act? The real enemies of the people are your local politicians. These are the people that are making you to suffer and continue suffering. They cause problem between you and your people. They cause problem between yourself, using tribe, using religion. Let me read this headline, please, before I continue. Kano governor promises to increase salaries of Hisba officials over destruction of 200 million naira alcohol instead. This is his. This is one Nigeria. He puts Hisba police. Hisba police, for your information, these are Sharia law police that enforces Sharia law. Hisba police, they enforce Sharia law, the Sharia code. If you shave punk, they will shave you, babariga, and flog you. If you steal, they will cut off your hand, and you continue. If you steal to eat, they'll cut off your hand, so that you'll be on the street begging. You become a problem, a nuisance to the society. You cannot drink alcohol in Kano, neither sell it. But you are in one country. Part is like in Afghanistan, Taliban controlled, and part is secular. But this Ganduje that is giving you this order, just check him, his children. Check where his children are. Even inside, even Kano in their house, they drink alcohol. When the children, when they go abroad, all of them, even Kano, they drink. But they destroy the livelihoods of people. So that as an alcohol seller, you cannot remain in Kano. But you are in Nigeria. And this is what the mess they want us to continue being. Oh, we are Nigerians. And if you tell them that, look, you are cows in our land. Cows don't move around. We have goats, we have cows. We put them in our houses. If anyone that you see that is moving around, you kill it. Because that is the law of our land. But people don't remind them of all this. Because what I say is true. I could remember if they see sometimes local government officials before, they pursue goats. Any goat they see roaming around, they pursue it and catch it. And you have to come and belly your own with money. If not, they kill it and sell it and share, sell the meat. But because these are fallen, they will not do it. They are allowed, even destroying our farmland, which is anathema, abomination in our custom. But in their own land, in the north, they force you to obey their custom, their Sharia law. Do you see the hypocrisy in what we call Nigeria? Do you see the hypocrisy? Let me tell you, the real problems, the real enemies of the people are the people you praise as politicians. You understand? There is one other thing here. You say, what do you call it? Governor Mai. He said IPOB is plotting another civil war. Southeast Governors Forum. These people are normal. I don't know. That is why they continue begging, banking. Well, we are begging you. We are in a country you call you are a citizen of. You are begging. They say IPOB is plotting a civil war. How we have been in a war? How can you be in a country whereby the ceiling is your limit instead of sky being your limit? How can you continue being in a country like that? Where people come out from school, parents sell land, sell anything, livelihoods in order to sponsor their children in school, and they come out being bright. They come out with AAA, excellent results, but nothing for them. Nothing. They'll be forced to go and start driving keke and the Okada. Inside that, the police, the military, all of the custom, they are there to humiliate them, to extort them every blessed day. And these people are heartless. They are not seeing all these things. Every time they are thanking, they are abusing. I'm telling you, the real enemies are these your political representatives. I'm not talking of only Biafrans, even in the north. You see the governor of Plateau State. He is now the current Arewa Consultative Forum. You see him? The people that are killing, he invites the Fulani killers that are killing. You see what is happening in Plateau? They kill, they take away their lands, they pursue. You see people in Middle Belt, people in Plateau now, they are in IDP camps, refugee camps. If they go to their land, if they go to their town, they be killed. Their communities have been taken over by the Fulani direct, and the names changed. But these your politicians are the ones that are always with, we are with, they are playing politics with your lives, with your future generations, and you are not seeing it. These are the real enemies of the people. Not Nnamdi Kanu that is here opening your eyes. Do you think that they will be happy with him? Do you think that they will, just like how the Sanhedrins in the Bible, the Pharisees, as Christ was there, talking, opening their ass, telling the people, people that time, people respected the Pharisees because they wear they wear all these reverend fathers' garments as religious leaders. When they come out, people respect them. Oh, sir, oh, we are lordship. Oh, but Christ came and started revealing their secrets. That these people you respect as people of God, they are far from God. What they are doing, they are the enemy number one. Do you think that the Pharisees would have been quiet? That is why they were not happy. They conspired to kill Christ. And they told people, they used the same people that Christ wants to save, that Christ wants to open their eyes. They used the same people to kill Christ. Do you see the irony? The same way today they are trying to do IPOB. Oh, IPOB is trying to do this. Oh, IPOB. You that they are not inside civil war since. How are you? Do you have electricity? If you cross into Benin Republic, you have even electricity. Ordinary electricity, you have. At least. But your own is that they are wicked, that they want you suffer. Mobile phone came last in Nigeria, last. Because had it been, there is a way they would have prevented mobile technology to enter Nigeria, because they know it will profit ordinary people. They don't want anything that will profit ordinary people. These people are wicked. They are not only wicked, they are evil. They are the real enemies of the people. It doesn't matter whether they are from Fulani or Hausa or Ipob. All of them, they are in the same club. All of them. Any person calling himself a politician, he is benefiting from the misery of the people. No real politician will serve in Nigerian politics. No dignified politician will serve in Nigerian politics. I'm telling you. No way. Because immediately you enter, they turn you into a monster. Even if you're a good person as an individual, but they turn you into a monster. The system will turn you into a monster. How do a dignified person do? Once you see that you are being turned into a monster, you resign. Say, I cannot continue this. Feeding from the misery of the people. As a senator, you are taking 30-something million naira every blessed month. Whereas doctors are not paid. Teachers are not paid in your area. And you say you're a good politician. There is no good politician in Nigeria. I'm telling you before, forget about this. All of them are wicked and evil. All of them. Because if they are good, at least they would have tried to put even electricity for common people to enjoy. This electricity we are shouting every day. It's no more rocket science. It's no more rocket science. They know what to do. Just to liberalize electricity production. And you see people, mostly people in the south, they will start producing their own electricity. Even community by community will start producing their electricity. But they said no. They keep it under the exclusive list. You have to get permission from Abuja even to give your community electricity. Permanent electricity. I'm not talking about putting bulb. If you put bulb, you still go to the national grid. I mean producing not from national grid, a stream. Do you know that a stream that passes at your community, you can build a mini dam that can produce electricity for the community there. 247. You can use static electricity on the air to produce electricity. You can use different methods now to produce electricity. But the way these people are wicked, they say no, they control it. Just like controlling oxygen you are breathing. that before you breathe oxygen, you must come and take a excuse from them. And this thing is natural. It's free of charge. But they say, no, you have to come and take excuse now. They give you oxygen. They ration for you oxygen. So, if you are putting, for example, you put transformer, you are still connected to the national grid. So, you can put transformer for your community. That is not the case. But is the light coming? Maybe light comes once in 2 weeks. But you tried, you put transformer. So any other thing you say it's not my fault. Yes, you are right. As a philanthropist, you are right. But if they liberalize production of electricity, do you know what? We have bright brains in this generation that can be producing electricity, even communities. The grid will no more be coming from the national grid. They will create their own grid lines and put their own meters for maintenance of the apparel they are using. But the federal government will not allow it. Why? Because these are the real enemies of the people. Do you understand that? But they will come to deceive you. Oh, the Ipobs are your problem. Oh, Biafra is your problem. They want to bring another civil war. Because you know the war they are talking about? Chasing them away. Because what we, IPOB, what we are talking here every day is to make lives miserable for those politicians that are there making your life miserable for many decades. You pursue them. Take them down. That is the only thing we preach. Because they make your life miserable. That is what they have seen. Now they are attacking your savior. Those that are saving you, that is who they are attacking. It didn't start today. Even the time of Christ. That is why I gave the example. People they were used. It is the ordinary people that still nailed Christ. Ordinary soldiers that still killed Christ. Ordinary people that still convinced Herod to bring him, crucify him. Because the Pharisees, the real evil men, the enemies of the people, they did their underground work, convincing the people that this man is your problem. That if you allow him to live, he will set everywhere on fire. That he will cause civil war. He will do this and that. Exactly what is happening today. You know, every day, every hour that passes by, and these people, they are busy doing nothing, but they are receiving their salaries. Because that is why, that as you are doing, oh, we are doing this, we are coming this, the time is moving, and that is their job. They are receiving salaries for all this wastage of times, all these tokens. They are, the governors, they are political representatives. So it doesn't matter to them because they are receiving salaries for which ones indeed for it. That is why you see them wear wada. That is why you see them be in mansions. How did they get the money? Money from the people. Money that is supposed to be used in order to build good roads, build standard hospitals with equipment. But they will not build it. Because they know they themselves, immediately they have headache, they will fly. Go and do medical checkup abroad. But you as an ordinary person, can you do that? You cannot. You cannot do that. But people that are fighting for you to have all these things, they are now trying to turn you into hating those people. Do you see the irony of life? Do you see the irony of life? 2011 years back, if they told people that time that, oh, this man Christ will be a savior, is the savior, people will say no. That time they will say even bring you to kill. But later people now understood the mission of the man. The same thing happened to many revolutionists. The same thing happened to many freedom fighters. Do you know Che Guevara? He was killed. He was captured and killed, I think, in Bolivia forest, in the mountains of Bolivia, because of treachery. Somebody betrayed him, and they captured him, and they killed him. For them that time, they are doing something good. But it is now after people now start understanding what this man meant. that this man was fighting for the goodness of the people. That is why Che Guevara is revered all over the world today. Do you understand that? Because they turn the people, there is a way they manipulate the people. At that time, people will not understand. That particular era it is happening, people will be thinking that they are doing the right thing. Do you know that there is, during the time of slavery in the Americas, do you know that there are people, their work is to hunt slave, escaped slave. If they see any black person, they will ask you of your past. If you don't, these are ordinary white people that are even miserable. I don't know whether you understand that. These are not rich white farmers. These are ordinary white people that they were recruited. Ordinary people. If you see a slave, just as they recruit them. They act as vigilante today. If they see any black person anywhere, they don't know where he come from. Maybe he's not from, even if he's from the farmland, they ask him, where is your pass? If he start fumbling, that they can. If they want, they butcher him, and if they want, they kill him like a rat. If they want, they burn him alive. They take it as fun because it's their job. For them that time, they are doing the right thing because a slave should not move around. That is the law. It was the law that time. So that time, people were thinking that what they are doing is good. They are upholding the country, the tenets, the constitutional tenets of the country. Do you see that? But later people now start seeing what those people did as horrible. But it was too late. People that they have killed, they have died. They have died. They have done the thing, the bad deed, the evil deed. Today, the same thing. We have been talking, warning people of the catastrophe called Nigeria. How these politicians, they are manipulating. Even one Dr. Aboki, I fell in love with that man. He said, he described these people as they are. He said, these people are old warriors. They know how to manipulate the brain of the people. All these things that are happening, a time will come in the next few decades, people will start seeing what happened this time as, oh, it's evil. After all, our Ipob have been right. It will be in history. But lo and behold, there is no, you can no more bring it back. That is how things happen. That is how, even when you read the Bible, you see. And this prophet will be shouting. Prophet Isaiah will shout, 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 shout. They laugh at him. Noah shouted for 400 and something years, building ark. People were saying that this man, you have lost it. He's not. They now start calling him madman. Anywhere they gather and this Noah come to preach to them, please, they will be flown. They laugh. They use him now as entertainment. Hey, wait, Noah, Mr. Noah, come and tell us how the flood will be. They laugh. That is how things used to be. We are telling people, making people to understand that, look, the enemies you're seeing, the enemies today, your real enemies are these people that are always rounding themselves up with guns and bullets, with military personnel, making statements, telling you what should happen. These are the enemy number one. And that is the reason why the Nigerians should rise again in order to chase them into oblivion. Because without you chasing them into oblivion, they kill you. Your life doesn't matter to them. Do you understand? Your life, it doesn't matter. If they kill you, if you are killed, it doesn't matter. An iota, it doesn't matter. Do you see how Ndibo just tell Wike, apologize to Ndibo and everything is okay, will be okay. Just apologize, okay. He can come and say, okay, I apologize for everything, please forgive, everything is okay. For them, that is how they cancel your life. Your people that have died, no pity, no empathy. They don't think. Imagine, for example, is one of the sons of Nnayan Wood that was killed in Obibo. Imagine how he will feel. Will he be talking about, okay, just come and apologize and we forgive? So you see that these people, they don't have conscience. Their conscience is gone. They don't see you. They see you, where they are. After all, they don't come out. They don't come outside. They come outside only on schedule with military convoy, this and that. Where they are in their car, because in their car is bulletproof, is like prison. In their houses, they are surrounded by military and police. It's like prison. They are far from reality. They don't understand what you are feeling. So anything that is happening to you as an ordinary person, because anytime they are going somewhere, military is following them, roads are clear. They don't even know what is traffic jam. They don't know. Do you understand that? But these are the people that are controlling your lives, telling you to turn against people that are fighting to save you from them. Do you see the real enemies of the people? That is why we preach. We make you to understand. We enlighten you. There is no way these people, let me tell you, there is no way Nigeria will be fixed before God and man. I'm telling you. Our leader said it all. People, they talk, fantasies. How, okay, we make Nigeria great. Okay, yeah, this and that. You don't understand Nigeria. Nigeria is fundamentally flawed. The foundation is fundamentally flawed. That is the thing. When you enter there as a governor or a president, is there you will understand the reality. That you don't even have power. You as a president. There are people ordinary people that are serving, that even, just like as a president, you see, Babangida will be on his own. He's not in the government, but he has power more than the president. That is when you see you become miserable. But you cannot say it. Because you see that there are ministers, there are people in that place that have become pillars. Because they are agents, foreign agents. If you want to do something, people are crying for a structure, this and that, to cry for do this, put to light for us, this and that. The person will tell you, all those agents that are still alive, they will call you and tell you, warn you, do not ever put your hand into electricity. Leave them like that. They will tell you how you can come out on the television and to talk, or how you can make a speech through your the presidency, to talk, to convince, to tell the people. Just leave them there, because that person receives instruction from his masters in foreign masters. No person should touch anything electricity in Nigeria. No president. If he ever tries to touch it, they will cause confusion everywhere. They have the power, they have the money to do that. Do you understand? That is why we are requesting, agitating, so that people will go back to who we were, or to who we are. Anyone who we were. And now start from scratch. Because when you go back to who you were, now all these foreign agents that are running Nigeria, you make them obsolete. Because there will be no more Nigeria. Therefore, you go back, and all these people, all those, I know they will fight back, but when you dissolve their field of operation, they become powerless. Their field of operation is Nigeria. I'm telling you honestly, their field of operation is Nigeria. If Nigerians will see reason and go back and say, look, we as a people, we should be the owners of our lives. We should be running our own lives, not people running our lives for us. Now, let us do this. Let us go back to who we were and separate. Maybe tomorrow we can come back amicably and say, okay, we want to be together and answer one name. As Malaysia and Singapore did, but it didn't work. after some years he did it, they see that it didn't work, and they opt, they say, okay, we tried this, it didn't work, let us separate. So we separate first, we go, you know, when we separate as nationalities, our real who we were, now the power will belong to the people. Imagine that the revolutions succeeded, the past revolution, and all these politicians ran away. Some will be caught and turned into pieces on the highways. That is revolution for you. They know it. That is why these politicians, they are fighting hard, secretly and openly, in order to make sure that it doesn't happen again. Because many of them even will die of heart attack. Many of them wanted to die of heart attack before their time reaches, before they will be caught even. They wanted to die of a quench on heart attack. Because no road to fly out. You know, when he succeeds, the whole old political order, you see where they will be hunting even local government chairman. Local government chairman will dress now like a woman. Like if he's a man, he dress like a woman. If he dress like a mad person in order to escape the people's justice. That is when you know that yes, revolution has come. And after that, yes, there will be chaos. But it will be limited. Now you see natural leaders will be springing up from every corner, and there will be meeting of the people will say, no, let us meet and solve this problem by ourselves. And you see real negotiations from every corner. I say real one, genuine one will start coming. Now people will start talking how we are going to exist as a people. That is how it should be. But when at the end you see the helms of power are still in the hands of these people, the old order, the old evil, wicked enemies of the people still in control. You know, they will increase their wickedness because they know that if they didn't do it, the people will rise up and kill all of them. That is what is happening. That is why they are playing everything. Tribal, this tribal trick, religious trick, regional trick, anything they put inside because that their lives depends on it. Do you understand that? Therefore, do not see Nnamdi Kanu as your enemy. Even you that is from the north, the core north. Look at what is, how many people that have been kidnapped or is it in Katsina State? I read they paid ransom in order to bring out people, to release people that were kidnapped. People are suffering everywhere, ordinary people, everywhere. These enemies of the people, they don't care. They gather police and soldiers, they are behind them carrying gun. But I also appeal again, once again, to the Nigerian soldiers, Nigerian police people. Be with the people. Because you are one of the people. You know the power, when you see politicians, they are nothing. Just remove all this military, they are nothing. They will just die, they will melt and die. When you watch how they killed Samuel Doe, cut off one of his ears and give him to eat. There you see how politicians can fear. Because they are military, they are nothing. Without the military or protector, they are nothing. They fear they fear more than ordinary person. I'm telling you. But when they are around, when the military is around, all around them, at that time you see them that they have power. Let me tell you, you Nigerian military and police, what you are doing, you shouldn't do to the people. You are helping these enemies of the people to commit crimes against humanity by making them use you to turn against the people. That is why we appeal to you. In order to resign honorably from the military or from the police and serve the people. Arrangements have been made so that you will be paid, I'm telling you, from Nigerians in diaspora, not only Biafrans. Do you understand? As far as you are genuine, that is it. so that you overpower these people, these enemies of the people, these people that we call politicians that are making our lives of ordinary people, including you, the military man, including you, the police person, that they send in order to kill ordinary people that are there suffering. Instead of you to turn around and, if you have the chance, turn around and kill that governor that is giving you the order, that police officer, that high ranking officer, until we want to be hearing that, oh, there was one officer that is shot to death by a fellow police officer, a low ranking police officer. That is what we want to be hearing. Because people are fighting, as civilians are fighting, youths are fighting. You're supposed to encourage them by killing all these people that are giving you all these counter orders. Go and kill ordinary people. Shoot them. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? But what they are doing, do you know the trick in Nigeria? Why Nigeria is a devil's abode? As there is NSAS in Middle Belt and in South, they bring soldiers from Niger, from Fulanese that don't even know what is come in English. They bring them. You know what they tell them? They tell them that you are going to fight a holy war. All these Boko Haram soldiers, Boko Haram that have been absorbed into the Nigerian military, they now bring them down. Say now, they brainwash them that you are going to the infidels' territory. No pity. You are killing for Allah. That is what they are telling Nigerian military. That is why they can kill. Because I cannot see the reason why a Yoruba military cannot shoot an Igbo man. Neither an Igbo military shoot a Yoruba person. Even in Middle Belt, it cannot happen again. But they will bring all these people. That is why they, the Northern Governors Forum, they always tell you that the unity of Nigeria should be maintained. That they are there. Nothing, they grip it because they know that the trick works. These Northern governors, it is time for the Hausa people, the people, to take charge of them. That is what I'm saying. And this is where I'm going to stop. I will bring in my brother, Mazi Jacob. But before I do that, let me go on a short break.
In geography, is it wrong to go for freedom after due process, after due services, as the world constitution says? I'm praying to the whole world. Shall we die before the rescue? Shall we die before you come? Shall we die before you come? I'm singing my reggae, this reggae to the world. The more human rights activists, where are you? Rasman! I'm singing my reggae, this reggae to the world. Fighters of the truth, you and where are you? These people that give my people. Tell me the difference between fact and truth, truth and reality. Biafra is a truth, Biafra is a fact, Biafra is reality. Some say if I sing this song they will tell me. I say no way for them. Do not tell the Rastaman who is saying the fact. If you tell the Rastaman, you are telling the truth. Yeah, man. say if you sing this song, they will chase you. You don't chase the Rastaman.
Try to open the lines now so that as he comes now, he will be talking and people will be calling. Our lines are now open. Okay, let me connect him to see. Mazi, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. My sorry, I did.
Okay, go on.
Sorry for the small mix-up. You know, we did for country where nothing they work, everything they go. Hi, thank you very much. Welcome back again. My name is once again Mazi Jacob Ambassador. For the last time going on by tribe, I don't come back again. And interesting to let you know that I did here with my South Carolina brother, who they always pass, who they always broadcast together. So in there with me this evening, we will anchor the program together. So when I go hear your voice very shortly, when so after my greeting, making presenting all show, then I'll go to go from there. So before I continue, I think all of them again, once again, my people of Nassau State, my go aggression go to one zone, then very much like a film to about. No go, I will be me, or Shaba, let's come to get me get back. Get back, cool, get back, look at the go. No go, Gilu, Kulu get back, Gilu, I can't get me, Uskugi, and go up because you have a saw a boogie look and more. You took out water, you pack now. Left Paru and who is pay. That's why I'm a call number you by call Lulumonda, call Lumuri, get back against Ducaro de Biafra, I just go for Paru and get up. You open all Ducaro de Biafra, Carnacha, G, and 11 give Ginger Wednesday, and Nassau State here. Gaba Gimmons and I'm a shake for Malay Gimbo. It is because G the Mantaka. Agegba mandaka mosna so make we mos ka mandaka manu duwa mo chuma mandaka ndu mos no nimu to ko ka bosna we wash kona amna ka mandaka we wabanga os mandaka mi ulei shawo meso ulei shawo so we ko sama ulei we bo bir mele yimo maka cewa gi wenzembo maka cewa mo wenzembo kuma the only thing I have for come maka mana ko yile mo maska wuleyi asgisimo maska wuleyi zgayimo maska wuleyi zgawon so da abon kam ne hai ba ndaka hai wuleyi si okay mo kamla ma ga jogo ma so and mo get jogo ma kangal go etisi abon ko yidu won sa he ha ban ring da ko da me ka ma bombo ajiba ji duyi tu mai bi har bomba he ar nga pe ge suram nga ge go ye suvi pe pat se ge zugam ge zugala e pili kamo dak mai ala so se ge nyon zaka kam iba demandre he ake ge bagi azu arwo so ake bagi ba ko number ge ba tawa ba ke je kola je goge je hadisi je ko lomba kuju ko mu da mu ba je hadisi je zote ka ba je krizi ka je function ka je bzi esege je nji besoge je screen ile sigi e ko se ku be ile bugi e ko ku be ile bugi o je go isi yo se sembo tu ba entra abo tre ma da je ma duka ma tema e je se mu na wa mo amaka je go aba ne ba da tere cikin mu amma ira ba maluma ira ba tsawa tire ge sai gin ne ko ba ba ndaka abuga ba ba ngo da ge go yek so gole ge ba ba ndaka izikulu konati ala pa azu jukumo ngo bo ita ni tukamko mala abu jukala shaitan ngo sko eke jukamo so ngo ne ubu ko mu squata Mugun Kano, Scotchu, Google Kano. Ko sai mai trafa ko mabuga nuwo kuso bidi tuwa kace mabuga hudu ngai mabuga a shafan bo pala shafa nuwo a shafan nuwo pala shafa nuwo to eletin be ka ge ti wala wa arna so ko de ye ba to ko number ye busi ye cheche ye ko mi ti cheche ye cheche mai cewa giyar no ɗan yi gyauci tsamo sai ta tsamo ba ba goma ga bizima wa ga shi kayan wa ba ga shi ba wa ban yi ruwa ishi kan wanda ba boyin gibi ishi kuma da su kana boyin gibi ba ba mala ne wa wanda kai mo ya kamata giyar ko to ga gisi gyauci tsamo ya kusa kan je da shi gizo ka ji kan Allah ko yin gaba da so to me to go me bo mu re ni ke sabon lo kami gilu kaji kare fa farose so bari me score wa head I was kan welu ko yi ci gaba da muku tsaya so bari mu ban kan mutum da iran ci gaba da muku tsaya da wannan shi ka dani kashi ci gaba daga nan.
Hello my people, I'm still the Zen Garba Amos from Southern Kaduna. I'm Adara by tribe. I'm from Kaduna local government. Ni ne wannan naku da kuka saba jin muryan mai suna Garba Amos. Ni dan Adara ne, ni daga local government ne Kajuru ne. A nan ne ka taso an kuma na kara zo muku da wani sabon labari da wani sabon shiri da kuma sabon shawara. So ina kira jama'a sauran Kaduna, na kiran matasa majiyin karfin sauran Kaduna, majiyin karfin Kaduna, majiyin karfin Arewa gabaki daya, maza da mata, yara da manya. Lokaci ya kai da za mu tashi domin mu nema yancin kanmu. Lokaci ya kai da za mu tashi domin mu nema ma kanmu lafiyanmu. An kun duba lokacin da ake wahala ba lokaci irin wannan. Abincin ci kamun ka siya ma wahala ne. Kana da kuɗi ka je kasuwa ma baka samu kaci ba. Kana gidanka ma ba a barka ba. 'Yan Fulani ba su bi ka ba, kidnapper za su bi ka. 'Yan kidnappers ba su bi ka ba, su hukumanmu, su gwamnatinmu za su bi ka gida. To lokaci ya kai da za mu tashi mu cire wannan gwamnatin ƙaryan. Lokaci ya kai da za mu tashi ne domin mu yaƙe wannan gwamnatin ƙaryan, mu cire wannan mulkin da ba na gaskiya ba, ba na adalci ba. A yanzu haka da nake magana da ku, wa'yansu da yawa sun san abubuwan da yake faruwa, more especially a ta yankin Southern Kaduna. Dare da rana ga barayi, dare da rana ga kidnappers, dare da rana ga Fulani suna hana mu sakewa. To me ya kamata mu yi? Mu tashi ne mu fita. Ina kira ga al'umman Arewa gabaki ɗaya, ina kira ga matasan Arewa gabaki ɗaya, don Allah in dai za a fita wannan rally din na wannan lokacin, mu fita dukanmu, mu fita gabaki ɗaya mu haɗa hannu, mu cire wannan gwamnatin ƙaryan, mu cire wannan tushen na rashin mutunci da ake mana. Muna da gwamnatin da ba su san mahimmancinmu ba, muna da gwamnatin da ba su san dalilinmu ba, ba su sun manta da cewa mu ne muka sa kujeran nan. su wane ne 'yan sandan mu ne, su wane ne sojojin mu ne, su wane ne gwamnatin mu ne. Ina kira da matasa da tsofaffi da yaran su fita, a fita ga baki ɗaya a wannan rally ɗin domin mu ga cire mulkin ƙarya, mu cire mulkin rashin adalci, rashin imani. Lokaci ya kai da mun tashi, lokaci ya kai da mun nima yancin kanmu. Mu zona a gida a kashe mu, ka fita waje a kashe ka, wanne kake ciki? Baka ci ba, baka siya ka ci ba, kana tunani, baka siya ka sa ba, kana tunani. Ne muke nima a ƙasarmu Najeriya? Muna neman canji, muna neman mu tsaya mu yi faɗa, muna neman mu tashi ga baki ɗaya. Karka damu dan an kashe ka a wajen neman yancin kanka, karka damu dan an kashe ka a wajen neman yancin gidanka, karka damu dan an kashe ka a wajen neman yancin ƙasanka. Kana da lada mai yawa. Yau da muna ma'amala, muna sake, muna dariya, muna tafiya duk ƙasan da mun so mu tafi. Kar mu manta da cewa iyayenmu na da su suka yi mana wannan abin. Iyayenmu na da su ne suka yi mana wannan yakin da yau muna zama cikin farin ciki. Su ne suka ba mu wannan yancin, suka ba mu wannan freedom ɗin, suka ba mu wannan liberty ɗin. Me zai ana ni da kai bara mu fita ba? Tsoron me za mu ji? Talauci zai kashe mu, yunwa zai kashe mu, Fulani za su kashe mu, nafa za su kashe mu, barayi za su kashe mu, gwamnatinmu ɗin already suna kashe mu. To me kuma muke jira da bara mu iya fita mu cire su ba? Wanda mutuwa ne kake jira kuma bayan ka riga ka mutu kana nan da rai? Roka nake da al'umman arewa baki ɗaya, daga Kaduna, Kano, Jigawa, Zamfara, Maiduguri, Bauchi, Benue, Nasarawa, Jos, ina da ina, duk inda faɗin arewa suke. Kira nake yi da al'umma, kira nake yi da matasa, kira nake yi da majiyin ƙarfi. Ku fita, mu fita dukanmu, mu tashi dukanmu, mu mance nuna wai kabilanci. Ni Fulani, ni Ibo ne, ni Bahaushe ne, ni Bayarbe ne, ba shi ba ne yanzu ba. Mu haɗa kanmu, mu haɗa kanmu, mu tashi. Ni Ibo ne, ni Bayarbe ne, ni Bahaushe ne, bari mu haɗa kanmu, dukkanmu kasa ɗaya muke, dukkanmu muna tare ne, dukkanmu muna wahala, dukkanmu muna haɗuwa waje ɗaya. Kamin Fulani suka zo suka shige mu. Yau in kana ji wai kai Bahaushe ne, baka taimake ɗan wanka Bayarbe ba, ko kuma baka taimake ɗan wanka Ibo ba, to haka kana da akwai sauran aiki. In kana ji wai kai yau kai Ibo ne, baka taimake ɗan wanka Bayarbe ba, baka taimake ɗan wanka Bahaushe ba, to akwai sauran fada a kasanmu. Aka Bayarbe, in kana ji kai ba wai kai dan kai Bayarbe ne, baka taimake ɗan wanka Ibo ba, baka taimake ɗan wanka Bahaushe ba. Fulani za su kashe mu duka, sai sun kare kashe. In ka ce baka taimake Bahaushe ba, da sun kare kashe Hausawan, sun kare kashe Bahaushe. Kai ne next. Lokacin da muna ji Fulani suna takura Taraba, ana kashe mutane a Taraba dare da rana. Daga Taraba ya zo ya koma Benue, daga Benue ya koma Nasarawa, a hankali ya tafi Plateau, yanzu yana Kaduna. Ina ne ka san na nan gaba, baka sani ba. In ka saya wai da cewa kai a'a, kai ba wai dan Southern Kaduna bane, kai ba dan Kaduna bane, kai ba dan Plateau bane, kai ba dan Nasarawa bane, kai ba dan Benue bane, kai ba dan Taraba bane. To in an kashe Kaduna an gama, an kashe sauran kasashen wuraren an gama, kai ne nan gaba da ana nima. Kamance da batun addini, kamance kai Krista ne, kai Bahaushe ne, kai Masafi ne, kamance da wancan, da Masafi da Kristan da Bahaushe, dukkanmu mun zama ɗaya ne tun da muna cikin ƙasa ɗaya, mun zama mutane ɗaya. Mu tashi mu yi faɗan nan. Dukkanmu kowa yana jin yunwa, dukkanmu kowa yana wahala. Gwamnatinmu ne suke ɗokanoyin wadannan barayin da kuna kallo. Gwamnatinmu ne suke ɗauke noyin wadannan kidnappers da kuna kallon su a daren yau. Da baka isa ka sa kayan 1000 ka fita waje ba, a ganka da dare za kwankwasa ma kofa da zubanka. Wani zai zo, wani ƙato zai zo ya buga ma kofa. Aka ka zaɓa, baka sa kaya, baka ci abincin da kake so ba. Gwamnatin su kashe mu da yunwa, su kashe mu kuma ta jiki. Ina kira ga matasan arewa ga baki ɗaya, ina kira ga matasan Najeriya duk inda suke a faɗin ƙasa a duniya, to su tashi mu fita mu cire wannan mulkin ƙaryan nan da yake ƙasanmu Najeriya, mu mayar ƙasanmu ya zama ƙasa mai albarka, mu mayar ƙasanmu ya zama ƙasa ne mai abin a zo a gani. Ina gode muku, ni ne naku mai suna Garba Amos, sai mun sake saduwa.
Yeah. Hey, I thank all of you now. I don't hear them from the horse's mouth. So we, the middle belt, the middle belt, the men outside people, we get ready to cooperate with every ethnic group. We now go wake up. No, this guy he make one point where he can talk say, what we think will be the next person. Whether you be Igbo, whether you be Yoruba, it doesn't matter. It is time for us, all of us, more unite together and fight this monster called Fulani. Initially, they came from they started this came from Taraba, from down to everywhere. Now they do for Southern Kaduna. Tomorrow now, we don't know where they're going to go next tomorrow. Now, Ecosi talk say this Fulani, they never have any good agenda. They never have any good agenda for anybody. Is their own personal interest, that be their own. Anything way above them, their life. Same could I say, now so we go live. No, it's the best thing. Move, team up, and speak on one voice. Let's see how.
Oh, it seems I'm losing them. Maz, are you there? I know it's network problem. It's network problem. but I'll try to reconnect them. I will try to reconnect them because they need to finish what they are doing.
Who is saying the truth? If you chase the Rastaman, you are chasing the truth. Never harass the Rastaman who is crying for freedom. Shall we die before you come to our rescue? Shall we die before you come to our rescue? I'm asking the world. They are killing my people, the innocent souls. Oh my God, fast. Oh my God. Politicians in this country, their salaries are excessive. Not even good to mention with mouth. When the Babylonians were messing up, God say you know one them. They are pushing us to the wall. When Babylonians were messing up, Sabina, you say you know one them. Fire chase them upon
328-6224. Our direct line +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. Please, you can call us even as you can call us. You can call us, and let me pick the call right now. Caller on the line, your name and where you're calling from. Can you hear me? Caller on the line, can you hear me? Welcome to the program.
Tukwo mebi ke bue. Tukwo mebi ke bue. Tukwo ki kaja na ki bue. Di na ranu Dada Nnamdi Kanu Tochukwu Kikabia ma nna ike bi n'eluigwe ezidatara gị ka ị dazọpụta ihe ise ọ ga-ebelata gị n'udo. Dada, we are Biafrans. We are a race. Anyị wụ ndị Igbo, ndị mgbe gboo, ancient people, and we have the right to live on this planet Earth, created by only one God, whom we know and call by His name, Chukwu Kikabia. My name is Okechukwu Ejikoha. I'm from Umuowo Province, Biafra. I'm calling from Ababa, Biafra. Biafrans, do you know the pains I'm passing through to answer this call? Do you know the pains I'm passing through to follow our leader to answer this call? Because you don't know whom our leader is. I realize who he is. Biafra is a revelation. Biafra is a revelation. Let the whole human race on this planet Earth here is including America, Japan. No matter who you are, Yoruba, Hausa, you are a race. Our leader has come to make sure that you live. He is not your enemy. Your enemy is, you would have won this race if you have kept the rules and regulations our leader gave you people. Through that particular revolution, we test all these Taliban, all these idiots that call themselves our leaders, that have subjected us to suffering that they don't even have human heart again because of nonsense society, democracy, revolution, or the Agrabadisha, Sarah, chapter 43 to chapter 51. Unu pụtụkwasị akwụkwọ nsọ. Have time. There is somebody blessed you and give you life, just like ants. Abushi. Onye awurele dunye ndanda. Why can't you respect him? Job chapter 40, verse 15, very important, and chapter 41. We are talking about a project from the most high creator of the whole universe. Look at what that has suffered. Go to that Sarah chapter 43 and study it very well to 51 and you get common sense. If you want to give your own history, follow our leader now, so that you can start from where we stop now. We must clean. Oh, then we are already then we know the kind of God. That is stopping me. America saw another hand that just yeah. That I just the whole world wants to conquer every particular. You don't know that. Man, Jonathan Putagana, man, don't you go back to your room. I will never let also. Or follow. Imagine Pope is your Taliban. Light and darkness and light must win. On your blood, Biafra, Nelu wa, Bubu so, Nagata Biafra, money, Obuaka, the morning, as I was in over, I have no monkey, Dara. Guess I said, but I do let you find that is coming back. Oh, somebody cannot be happy. Come on, just like it's supposed to you. Get one of you, I started that Biafra with Japanese now. I miss a element of sound. I'm at the layer. I can set up again. Capi, Capane. Then I'm a Ulubusi, I said the Taliban. I was to put Cabreza like Dara. Oh, for you, for I don't know about the North. I don't talk about I went to me. Dara, them I'm going to allow to fund the whole. On your president, tracking that, only the for today. We don't know after I will use my creation to measure discipline.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, happy, happy. Caller on WhatsApp, your name and where you calling from. Welcome to the program.
Good evening, Pastor.
Yeah, welcome to the program. Good evening to you.
Thank you very much. My name is Chukwu Emmanuel. I'm from Ebonyi State, Biafra. I greet my leader, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi, for a time like this. I greet my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for a time like this. I want to encourage our people. The darkness cannot win the light, no matter how long it takes. The light must shine at the end of the tunnel. Nigeria as a country is a country of evil men and women, mostly the Fulanis. They have been planning for many years ago to destroy all other tribes. You can see what Fulani is playing now. When he went to gather momentum, he will claim that northern governors, 19 northern governors, when he has got what he wants, he separates himself as Fulanis. Just to tell you what this group of people called Fulani is all about. All other African countries rejected Fulanis to be on top of their government. Only Nigeria, because of fear, they allowed the Fulani to take all the key positions from NNPC to custom to shipping line, everywhere where the money Nigeria was in, Fulani will mount their people there to steal and to loot the country. Some people will be thinking that maybe in 2 million years Nigeria will move forward. Those people don't know what they are talking about. Nigeria will be a hellfire in the future if we fail to get it now. There is no hope for Nigeria. You see, this light that is not in Nigeria is man-made. They don't want Nigeria to have light, because when you have light, the development will be there. People will start doing something through the light, they end up, they are leaving. You see all this in that fuel is not refined in Nigeria, is a gang up for Fulani to steal and to loot money. All these are the way Fulani are doing everything to make sure they cage everybody inside that place. I think before now, a lot of people have been hearing Radio Biafra to know what is going on. Without Radio Biafra, Nigeria is doomed. Because Fulani has succeeded in the East by putting some criminals, governors, senators, House of Representatives, ministers, who are there stealing and looting. And they don't care where they are coming from. What is happening to their people is not their business. Their business is stealing and looting. Fulani is knowing by lying, stealing, and looting. Fulani is not a friend of anybody. Nike in River State was making noise because he don't know any history. He's just messing up. Because unfortunately he was a governor. He claimed to be a lawyer, but he knew nothing. He don't know that Fulani has promised him some promises, and he had started to kill people, and Fulani at the back are laughing him. After using him, they will either kill him or destroy him completely. Because he has allowed himself to play the rubbish of killing his people. I encourage my people to do everything possible to support IPOB to liberate themselves from slavery. Because Nigeria is slavery through British to Fulanese. Anybody supporting Fulanese, anybody supporting Nigeria, if you are a servant of Fulanese. I suggest any soldier that is not Fulani in Nigeria supposed to know what to do now, according to the instruction of our leader. Because if you join Fulanis to kill your people, after killing your people, the Fulani will kill you at the end. The best thing for you, if you are a Yoruba, if you are an Igbo people, anywhere, even in the Hausas, you do everything because this is the opportunity to liberate everybody from that slave country. Nigeria is a slave country. If you don't know it, you know today. Nigeria is a slave country and it will remain so. Fulani are so smart to close the border of the east because Fulani is in charge of custom. That's the first thing Buhari did. Immediately he entered the street, he then take the Fulani inside the custom. A retired colonel, Ale, somebody Ale. Since that time to do, the next thing he do is just to go and close the southern border and open the north, bringing his people criminality everywhere in Nigeria.
Thank you, my brother.
Everything in Nigeria is fake. And I'm happy that a lot of people will be now understand what is coming, so that they will do everything to liberate themselves and their people from this slave country called Nigeria. Thank you very much, Mazi Jonathan. Our head Biafra. I give it to you once more. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I can hear you probably. My name is Chris Nabu. I'm calling from Ipob. I've been listening to what you are saying. Fortunately, I live in the northern part of this country, in Kaduna precisely. All that is happening and what our brother from the north there, from Nasala, is saying is actually the truth. And it's unfortunate some of us from the Igbo side, from the Igbo side, never live there. Those people are in the hell. Most of the towns in those areas, like a town called Mangoro, towards Niger State, all the towns along that coast, the Fulanis have driven them away. But we don't know what to do. If they will actually support what we are doing, because we are not different from them. We are not different from them. We are all one. But I don't know whether they really understand. So I am advising them, but presently, I'm no longer living there. I'm now in Upper Town. Because it's not available again. You cannot live there again. The indigenous of the town cannot live there. So that is my little contribution. And I believe some of them are hearing me because they know me very well in that area. I'm encouraging them different to us. We are not different from them. We are all indigenous people of this country. So that is my contribution.
Thank you very much. All hail Biafra. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You know, we always hear from the horse's mouth. So what am I saying? The enemies, the real enemies of the people. I was reading a news about how a federal fire service worker dies while looking for money for wife's delivery. They owe them arrears. And he borrowed a motorcycle from his friend to raise money as the agency was yet to pay them 2 months arrears. You know, he went to borrow a motorcycle from a friend. Unfortunately, he was hit by a car while looking for the hospital bill for his wife, and he died. Do you see the real enemies? Why the real enemies are those in the policy making? I mean, those are the helms of policy making that fail to pay these people their arrears. Do you know what they used to do? They keep the money. Even their boss, they keep the money so that put it in a closed account, whereby it will generate many interest for some time before they release later by the time. These are the real enemies of the people. Caller on WhatsApp, your name and where you're calling from.
Thank you very much, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu. My name is Kinsil Ozirbo, calling you from Morocco.
Welcome to the program.
I thank my leader. Thank you too that you are doing enlightenment to the whole Biafras worldwide listening. You see, what we are talking about is this Nigerian youth now, we admire calling them. I think we should minimize how, because this is not a Nigerian youth end SARS protest. The Northerners, especially from that northeast and other northwest, did not even join this, rather to come the time of breaking new house. And now, if you see now, Kano State, the candidate is promoting the salary of Hezbollah police. And he come to the Zafara. The governor said that he will not stop negotiating with the bandits. Now they are holding their youth mental slavery to them to do what, encouraging them. Now I wonder how Wednesday and the Southeast and some of the Yoruba people thinking that the restructuring will be sure, and it's not possible because from the funding of those kind of money they are getting from the resources they did not work for, they use it to do what? To sponsor all these bandits and all these Sharia police in the north. In a way, this revolution will start to. I'm very, very happy to hear this guy from Southern Kaduna. I understand in word in Hausa very well, and see how bitter and how pain they are passing to that place. Honestly speaking, let them know, recruit themselves, and in a revolution, something like that, we need to hold our tenants accountable without limit. And I believe now, if Ike Kurumadu was gone down in Limburg, the rest have already known. I did not see reason why that man got free from that attack. And now, they have been mentioning how to get this Ike and all the rest. They are still giving their thanksgiving in the governor's forum or guidance or all these things depend me very well because of our youth. Somebody like Chinedu, Ayo Biafra them, etc. that have gone down by Nigerian military, and these people still dancing around. My dear brother, the blood of these people, it fucked me. We need to do something our government, everyone we reach. We will not give up. anything the world like let them call it. These people, Israel, maybe they have gone because of this struggle. The youth now have been suffering in Obibu, all the whole Satellite Eastern region. They have feeling pain. We need to do something to our government. The solutions they don't look high. They don't look fancy for war. Anything we need to do for the revengeance of those souls, the West. They will never go in vain. That is my topic, and my dear brother, God bless you. Keep it on. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We must continue. So, as I was saying before, this fire service man, he has died, and he has died. Why? Because they owe them arrears by the same government they are serving. The people owing them, they are receiving their own salaries full, receiving laughing allowance. Do you see how wicked and evil these people are? That everybody, as far as you are one of the people, you are suffering under these people. These are the real enemies. The real enemies of the people. Do you understand that? During election time, they will come to laugh and, they will come to fry corn with you, fry akara with you, just to entice you. But they are the real enemies of the people. Instead of you to fight them, they will distort your way of thinking by mentioning, IPOB is your enemy, Kano is your enemy, this and that. Because they know that these are the people that are opening your eyes, so that you start seeing what you're supposed to see and know what you're supposed to know. Remember the word of Obasanjo. He said, if you fail to see what you are supposed to see and do what you're supposed to do, you will face a consequence that you don't like. You must be involved in the consequence that you don't even love. That consequence, you don't like it. You will not like it. So it's for you to do the right thing. Stop allowing yourself to be used to fight the people that are fighting for your freedom. Every Nigerian youth should move out of his shell. Because the people, there is no way your oppressor can give you freedom. There is no way these people that are talking every time from both sides of their mouths, called politicians, there is no way they want you to live. They don't want you alive. Because the smaller you become, the more they kill you, the more you reduce, and the more they love it. Do you understand that? Your life is nothing, means nothing to them. I'm telling you honestly. Your life means nothing for them. You understand what I mean? So, when you hear what we are saying here, you are listening to my voice today, just think, ponder in yourself, what we are dishing out here, is it lie? Because these people, they don't want you to know the truth. Because if you know the truth, you shall kill all of them. That is it. Caller on the line, your name and where you're calling from. Welcome to the program. Caller on the line. Welcome to the program. Yes, welcome to the program. Go on.
Yeah, my name is Amadi.
Welcome to
please, I would like to talk with my language.
Go on. From where do you come from? Where do you come from?
From River State, Ikoyi.
Huh?
I am from River State, Ikwe.
Okay, you are an Ikure man. Go on, go on.
Yeah. A Biafra man, Ikwe man, a Biafra man.
Go on.
Biko, ndị hụrụ ha, ndị kwere ndị meji mmiri mmụọ, mmanụ mmekọ ahụ. Nchọrọ mmanụ n'ihi na Nnamdi Kanu ụlọ ahịa ọjọọ. Wụrụ ka bụ n'eziga ndị ọbụla ha ndị nwa ji na nwa, Nnamdi Kanu ji na nwa. Wike bejinya ewa ahụ ji ya. Wike bi ya Ruel n'egbuga Bado. Wike nyere gburu niile na nwa n'obi Igbo. Ụmụaka ochege echiche na-eche ekele. O mere bụ ha ọjọọ. Nne na nda n'onye ọbụla tụcha aka ma nwee ha kebo Biafra. Because in Hausa, ndị Fulani la Ikolomeli. Because Wike ishi sanitation. Kule ndapụtabụ ndị ọzọ na-agagharị ka ndị buga ayon. But ndị hụrụ ha, ndị nwele, ndị diele gala, ọkadezema, ahụyalam, abalam azụ, agbụgburu anyị, bụ ndị Biafra. My brother, I greet you specially. I just talk to my people.
I hear what you
just talk
say.
to my people.
I heard what you said.
Maker, because I am telling everybody that what we get from Nnamdi Kanu, Wike does not even have it to give to us. He doesn't have it to give it to us. Because I am not a part of Biafra. I will not
Amadi, let me ask you this. You speak the same language with Wike, right?
I am from Umukuda, why he is from my home. Okay. So it's just a true strong. Okay. It's the same kingdom.
I know why I'm asking. Do you know that the whole thing you speak, I understand everything? Do you know that? I'm from Imo State, from Olo.
Very fine.
Okay. Now,
yes, my mom is from Adelaide, Ishalangwa.
Okay, just I'm coming. What's a mess? What the hell? What can make somebody from a query? Just let us be factual, please. Don't be sentimental, or neither answer to.
No, not at all.
Don't answer in order to impress me or impress us, or to do, just factually. What will make somebody an Igbo man from Ikwere, as you speak Igbo, is your language? Now, what is the cause of the thing that makes somebody from Ikwere start saying himself, I'm not an Igbo man? What do you have any other local language apart from what you have spoken?
I don't have any other local language.
Then I want to ask this thing so that people will hear. What can make somebody start denying his identity that he is not an Igbo? Whereas the whole thing you are speaking, if I speak Igbo, you understand. You speak, I understand. We speak the same thing, only slight in dialect. Even if I speak all now, many people cannot even understand fully what I'm saying. It's the same thing.
In terms of them,
what is inside the mentality of some people there? What makes them start saying that I'm Igbo? What is that? I want to hear.
Listen, it is all just stupidity. You understand? It is all just stupidity and lack of information. You understand? They lack information. You understand? I remember I was in Benin Republic. When I was in Benin Republic, my younger brother was a member of IPOB, and he was posting a Biafra flag and all that that I was then I called him and said, young man, please remove this thing, calm down and do all this thing. He told me that I am missing a lot. But when he was telling me to listen to via Radio Biafra and all that, I have to listen, I have to, just the way he talked about settlement, I have to keep settlement about, open my mind and all that, which I listen to Nakalo for breakthroughs and compare other nonsense I hear from other radio stations like the Kulepe, Wazobia and all that. I have to call their names. There is no need to hide them anymore. I have to call their names. So the mentality of that PK is type mentality. Is a nonsense person. Is a very nonsense person. And that Asare Dokubo, man, that guy is a pig. Is a thief. Like most people don't know more about him, but I know more about him. He is a thief. The NDDC and student, so that he will train. He said he has a school at Benin Republic, Kingamakre University. He said he has a vocational school where he trains people, Biafra, his own fellow brothers and sisters. He said he have a school. They send about 100 and something people so that he will educate them. He will make them. He will give them a better life. And I am one of the people. What he did was to swallow money. Hello.
So go on. The world is listening. Go on. The world is listening. Go on.
Yes. What he did was to swallow the money. What he did was to swallow the money. At the end of it, nothing is working there. Nothing is working here in the Republic. It does not have any good functioning. It's the logo and all that. You believe that how many years I am there is just a waste. Even for the NDC to send these people, as in the 30 naira people they do send for feeding and all that, they stopped. And most of us went out to rob and all that to do nonsense. And most of them were in jail when I came back. You understand? Still the same person will just come out and talk about when they ask you to train a youth. When they ask you to train a youth and you refuse to train them, and you're still coming up in a public to want the youth to also support you, your nonsense that you're doing. Even the manager, even the director, the principal of that very school, currently now the very principal is sick. You understand? He had an accident because of this Asari Dokubo. Asari did not spend any $1 on that. In fact, we will see the end of everything. We will see the end of everything. It's just beginning.
Of course.
They are running.
People's eyes are opening. And you know, when darkness is fighting back, that is what they are doing. Because, you know, as I said, the Pharisees conspired to kill a savior. And when we are reading it today, you know, we say, oh, these people are wicked. Oh, why should they do that? Not knowing that it is during that time, there is no way you can convince them, because they are the people at the head. You understand? It is playing out today, the same thing playing out today. When the real enemies of the people are the one convincing the people to fight against those that are serving them. You see the irony? My brother Madi, thank you very much. Now you can call the number.
Please, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Keep it up.
And you too. Thank you. Caller on Skype, Pastor Jack, are you there?
Yes, Mas Jonathan. Good evening from here.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. Dear Biafra, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Irrespective of your time zone, my name is Pastor Jack. I'm calling from Lagos as usual. I'm just going to just touch two things briefly. One, I want to join my brother that spoke last, Ahmad. Well, Master Jonathan, first of all, I thank you that you understood everything Ahmad just said. Is it Swahili that he just said that he cannot hear? There is no different thing he just said from what I could possibly say. At the end of my conversation here, contribution, I will speak the same language or dialect that you're going to hear. Of course, in Biafra land or Igbo land, we have slight variation, but that does not suggest to the fact we are not one people. It is everywhere, even among the Jews. So we can, as an individual, because he have ascended power, to get claiming that is not an Igbo man. He just made fool of himself. He should right from God, his right hand man, God of common. They will tell you they are Igbo. It's only you that will say you are not Igbo. What is the difference in between, and of course, no need of deliberating on this, because it is only you, because of your political quest and interest, that you decided to sit or decided to fool yourself by publicly declaring that you are not an Igbo man. You are a full-blooded Igbo man, but you are a statutory Igbo man. That is what you are. There's no difference between the best.
And what's up? Please mute your mic. Once you call somebody is on air, mute your mic until I bring you in. Thank you. Go on, Pastor Jack.
There is no difference between somebody that comes from Ipob land and somebody that comes from Imo State or the area you call Ndisu. Because that is how white brainwashed you, and some of you are still with that awkward and obsolete mentality. That is why you see we get us. The atrocity he just perpetrated, we must hunt you down. It's no longer an issue we come here and deliberate. It's a done deal. Because you executed what you did, you're not going to go scot-free. So that is aside from that. Another thing I want to say here is, it's not about politicians. Now, these are the same group of people that continue to rotate, that continue to remain in the system. They never go out. That is why after the so-called independence, 50 years down the line, the same people have continued to remain in power. Our land has not developed. Now talk about the so-called, the people are called themselves elite in Igbo land or Biafra land. They assemble themselves like sardines packed inside a container. They say they visited or they met with delegation of the fake Buhari, and they release a communique. All they are saying is a communique. We thank you, President. We thank you, President. We thank you, President. And they told you they are intellectuals. Oh my goodness me. I don't know. I don't know the calibers of idiotic personalities, where they come and where they migrated from. These people have wrecked our life and our future, and they've continued to do so. Now, this is what they do every year or every 4 years. They will continue to rotate themselves. Another, you will see somebody will jump out from APC, he will jump into PDP, he will go there and commit another atrocity, he will jump out to APP and other. They continue doing this over time. And if you are not careful or you are not understandable enough, you join them. A case study is somebody I knew from Imo State. He was the PDP publicity secretary working with Ihedioha. Few months or weeks after Ihedioha was removed by Janjaweed people, that man resigned, went and joined APC, and they gave him another publicity secretary. He left publishing for Isopadek managing director. And because they are giving them money, and look at these people, I say, these are the clubs of people you see over the time. They never retire. They use us your life. They pay from one area to another because they are looking for money. They don't have you as interest. Now, finally, I want to talk to my people now, because to stay wicked and he's a stupid person. My people, Haji need or Haji ever must say, oh, my cow for Haji. Haji, me fellow, my party, my melelo, my liminio, my wara, my bitio, my family, for Amafo. Mumu Kano, Umago, Mapu, Mbirichi, Abakuru, Umakari, I need a word to. Kai fire, Soro, IPOB, Toguayo to Biafra Nacho. And I am managing your bloody body. I have Jack, Dobla Manam, our new monu. What is the Misi Autonomous Community? Misi the Nimo Haji, no Haji Ebema. And Anasi Bele, Anasuaba, Anasundani, Ani Nawigo, Ani Nawu Biafra. No Abula, when it is in buy, she know why you pay no one Igbo. No Anumano, no idiot. And the money there, the body of fire. Nabula Biafra, Hege, my God, the Mayuaya, Ani Nega. Also, go watch out. Biafra, or had it not enough. Who's on that? On the walk. Orida, over the matter of over the Tampa, give it to somewhere, Nakupo Ishida, Yafoya Botoro, over college, Oruda, Ukuda, Ibeda. They are Hanani Hagen Rayaka. So I guess I will be Biafra, and fire Nibe. That will leave Lamona who were fire, that Lord up, IPB community up, break Herede Biafra. Because very soon, let Biafra get to so high, Kaya get the Hegame. Pakona ni Biafra Hege Nyaka. I'm relying now who in it. I ain't that fan of between our Abara. Oh, you need to be our Smith. When we're now we buy your clickety, I can roll beer, Uzoda, Okuda, Uda, overhead, my oil. I will get to Zoe. I have found who would then put my other money. I find them where Biafra and I call him non. Putinani, Ekanamani, Ebekulamani. Mazi Jonathan, is there any difference between what I just spoke about Amadi spoke? That's why Yesowika is a bloody fool. He can only deceive himself. I don't want to drop you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Jonathan. I just want to
thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We must continue. I think we are gradually winding down. You know, this our brother. Okay, I have somebody waiting on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, thank you for holding on. You can unmute now and speak, please. Caller on WhatsApp. Are you there? Your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the program.
I'm calling from Biafra, sir.
Go on, welcome to the
program. To me, this is my own opinion, sir. We know that we and the Igbos and the Akwa Ibom are those who understand what Biafra is more, who fought so hard together for Biafra, Ojukwu and Effiong. My own opinion, to me, we should forget about these minorities who think
my brother, please. We are not going back, please. We don't have no minority in Biafra land, please, for your information. Let us not go back to, this is what we have treated before. Let us be wise. We should be wiser, than these people. One person, Mwika is one person. Do you understand that? He cannot come and say we. He doesn't represent we. Do you remember the interview our leader had a few days back with Dele Momodu? When Dele Momodu asked him, what about the governors? They don't accept Biafra. All the governors. It's not only Wike. Wike is saying that he's not Igbo. All the other governors, Nomahi, all the 5 eastern governors, as they say. They say they are one Nigerian, this and that. Our leader asked him a very, very pertinent, intelligent question. He said, how many are these people? How many governors do you have in the 5 eastern states, as you say? He said there are 5. And how many times do they used to vote in an election? Only once. Now what are you talking about? The people say, let us know how to talk. You cannot, because of one person, you say, okay, let us live, you are falling into their trap. That is what they want you to do. You understand that? So this person that talk now, are you going to leave him? Is he not one of them? So let us be wise when we speak, please, because people are listening. Go on, my brother.
Okay, so let me put it this way. This ethnic nationality is in Biafra land. Yes, we can say he's not Igbo. I do not matter what you are doing. But what are their people saying? Are they not hearing what he's saying? Why can't they wake up and say, we disagree with you?
But you have had this one now. If you didn't hear this one call, will you know what he said? The same way others are there, they are saying it inside them, but you don't know. You didn't hear it. So that is why we are clamoring for referendum. Every clan we have participated in referendum. Any people that say, no, we don't want Biafra, we shout hallelujah for them and say bye-bye. It must be the people, not one person. I don't know whether you understand. This person that called now, if he didn't call, will you know? You will not know. So the only way to express people's opinion is via plebiscite. We are one person, one vote. We go and say, I'm not a Biafran. I don't want to join. I'm not Igbo. Other person will go and counter him, say, oh, I am Igbo. I am a Biafran. If majority carries the vote, finish. It will happen. Do you think that even in Igbo land, pure in Anambra, do you think that everybody will vote for Biafra? Do you think so? Some will say, no, I don't want. I'm telling you before God and man. Even if it is one or two, some will say, they have spoken, yes. But majority carries the vote. So that is what we are clamoring for and what we shall get. Not one person will come out, one useless person will come and say, all these things you people are doing, we are not among. Who is we? He will say, I am not among one person, because he is one person. So that is it. Let us not be falling into these their dirty traps. That is why we are saying plebiscite must be served everywhere, everybody, so that you will vote, another person vote, one person, one vote. There is no one vote that carries maybe 100 votes. No, only one. Donald Trump voted one vote for him, only for him. Everybody voted one. So, but when talking, somebody can come and talk and say we. But when voting, it's only him. So that is what we are saying. Go on, my brother, go on.
It's okay. Why I'm saying talking this way, that I have most of them as a friend, and sometimes when we argue, the way they see, you see, they always misunderstood our inclusiveness in this agitation. They always, when you tell them, let's work together to for a better future, where your mind will go, number one is that you want their oil. So, to be showing concern too, because we are championing, yes, most Igbos are championing for this, not only Igbos are in the forefront, but most are Igbos. The more we preach to them, that we need to work together to be free. They always misunderstood us because of most of them way of reasoning about oil. They should be coming on air, showing concern too, that what all of us are doing, they are fully part of it. Because Igbos have sacrificed so much blood in the sake of this. Let's work together. Let's work together, and they keep misunderstanding our understanding. Our people have done.
My brother, I understand what you are saying, but let me tell you this. Do you know the main Jews that started Zionism is the Russian Jews. The Russian Jews started it. Some people must start something. It must start somewhere. We have African Jews, we have Asian Jews, we have other European Jews, but the people that started the movement, Zionism, that led to the formation of the restoration of Israel you are seeing today as a country, it started from somewhere, and they paid a very hefty price for it. But they cannot come and start saying, yeah, because we pay, okay, now we are going to others. No, it's not like that, my brother. Let us remove this mentality. Something must. Is it not Nnamdi Kanu that started this IPOB movement? He took the sacrifice. Where were mine? Where was I before he started? He must start from somewhere, from some people, from somewhere. That That is the thing we should understand. So do not allow people that I say when it comes to plebiscite, people will decide. Forget about what people, maybe you enter into car and or into bus and you or your friend you saw this and that. Some even people from Imo State, they talk the same thing. You know that? They will tell you that I beg this Biafra, beg this and that. Me, I know things. I live in Ugwausa. I have an investment there. I have the. Are you going to because of it? So let us measure things in an equilibrium. That is it. Otherwise, you will always fall into the pit they are digging, because this is what they want you to feel. So that you know our adage, you say instead of more eponoma to fool him, you understand? So this is not a question of being angry, annoyed, or this and that. Somebody must start it. Some people must start it. So I understand what you're saying anyway, my brother. Thank you very much. Let me pick other calls. Thank you.
Just a minute, sir, please.
Okay, please.
Even though I knew very well, even though I knew very well that not all Jew is quite understanding. Like you said, referendum will decide. But I expect other group in the Biafran territory so more concerned over what you are doing, because it's a collective effort.
They are showing, my brother. They are showing. Yes. You know that if you go to Biafra, wait, listen. Igbo ethnicity, Igbo tribe, Igbo clan, I should say, have more population. It is normal. Do you know that some clans, when you say some clans in Biafra land, they are not even up to 500,000. Do you know that? So you can, they will rate the percentage of the people you will be seeing. It's not the same thing. So there are some facts, some realities we have to understand. You know, you understand me. So that is what I want you to understand. So that is it, please. Okay.
Well, let me just end there today. Tomorrow I will continue where I stop.
No problem.
But I expect that this is my own opinion. That you show concern. This is not only Igbo. We can't be dying alone. That you show concern. This is a collective effort. We are all working to a better future. That you understand that way and stop seeing it as an Igbo affair. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Caller on direct line. Your name and where you calling from. Thanks for holding on.
Mazi, good evening.
Welcome to the program.
Okay. My name is Mazi Ugoneja. I am the national PRO of IPOB here in the United States. I am from Amibo. Amibo is one. Amibo is the home of Canada. Amibo is the home of New Jersey. I thank you so much for all my listening this evening, and I thank God Almighty for giving us and become. But the greatest thing that can happen to us, that's the Biafra and the root of Nigeria, the internet and the social media is the best thing that can happen, because these so-called primitive gangsters, that is the politicians, have been getting away with all these problems in the past. But now all their tricks are up in the air. Everybody should what is going on.
Do you know what they are fighting? They are fighting now hard. They are fighting hard in order to regulate this social media. That is where they know that that is where they are. They know that the engine is the social media. That is where they want to regulate now.
So yes, so they can fight as much as they could, but they will never succeed. Because now, if you check all these politicians that we have, these are the recycled politicians. You know, even the generals, all the military guys, Buhari, Obasanjo, all of them, it is after the war that they hijack, this politics. Now they are civilian governors and they are civilian presidents. And if you check all the people that are in the politics now, these are either their children, their nephews and their nieces, plus all their cliques. So these are people that they were citing from governor to senator to everything. There has never been a time that they have thought about the interest of the people in that contraction called Nigeria. I thank God that it is the Biafrans and the Ipob that always carry the brunt of all the problem that is going on there. And they are the ones that always show the people that look at what is going on with you and attacking everybody. So I am asking the youth in Nigeria, the youth from Zamfara, man, because it is quite unfortunate that if you go to Southern Kaduna and then you go to the Middle Belt, these are the people that fought the war. These are the people that these people are ruling in the name of the North. But when you see that their life is so terrible, man, a country where there is no, why is it that these people are living in the camp? That is they are living in the refugee. We are every day they are talking about the northern youth. We are northern youth. We are northern governors. Why are this? It is unfortunate. I am asking the youth in the northern part of Nigeria, the indigenous youth, please rise up because we are fighting for you. The only person that you have that fight for you in that country is Nnamdi Kanu. You are a youth in Oduduwa, Yoruba. You are a youth in the Middle Belt. You are a youth in Zamfara. You are a youth in Southern Kaduna. I want to tell you that Nnamdi Kanu is the one that is fighting for you. What is Nnamdi Kanu fighting for? Let me tell you again. For the past 60 years, there is no electricity in that country. The 60 years that we have been producing oil, but no electricity. Nigeria is the only country that does not have electricity. If you go to Togo, you will have electricity. If you go to the Republic of Benin, even Ghana, you will have 24-hour electricity. What does electricity come with? Electricity will come with investment. Other countries who want to invest in your own country so that they will create jobs. That is electricity. Electricity, comes with industries. It comes with the development of any part of development that you can think about. That is electricity. But we don't have the electricity. Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for a good hospital. Because the thing that kills you in that country is just ordinary thing that can kill an animal, a dog, on the street. That is what kills you. Because there's no hospital. All the politicians, what do? They go overseas, either they go to America or they go to Britain or any of the countries, India, just to go for treatment. Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for you to have a good life. Man, could you imagine that there is no employment? All these people, what have they do? What employment have they? We were told that when you grow up, you go to school, you graduate from school, and then you have a job. Everybody, all the children, you have done the youth, you've done whatever that they told you to do. But these people that have been there, they have hijacked your destiny. But there is no good road, Mazi. Even all the police and the military people, they are not being paid. And I am addressing our military and the police in the zoo called Nigeria. We are fighting for you. Why are we fighting for you? Because you have not been paid. If you just check where you are living, that is what they give you accommodation. You will see that is certainly face you. What is the lack of your children? You cannot even train your children in the school. Okay? Your wife don't have a job. You are not paid. They are still owing you. You are in the military and then you are in the police. So that is what Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for, so that you will have a good life. It's good for you to travel outside the country and see how the military and the police are being treated. But that is not the way. But you are the one that they use to kill your brothers. I am telling you that for anybody that you kill, the blood of that person is personally on your head, not on the head of the person that sent you. So, man, there is no good road. So, all these things that you are fighting is for the goodness of the people in that zoo. That is for the youth. But for these politicians that are tackling themselves, then they do not want you to know exactly what you are fighting for. Then you go to the north, then they play the game of religion, Christian and Muslim, while the youth of Hausa people are dying, the youth of the Middle Belt are dying, their children are dying, and then their women, their mothers, and then their daughters are being raped and uprooted by these Fulanis that are migrating from the Sahel. So wake up the youth, wake up and join Nnamdi Kanu. please, I am advising you. You have your telephone, your smartphone. Why don't go and download IPOB Community Radio app, IPOB Community Radio app, and listen to this? But this is the only place that you can get a good news. Only place, because if you go to the news in Nigeria, all the radios and television, what they are doing is just to confuse you. You have to join the IPOB Community Radio. And for the time of the politicians in the Biafra land, they are fighting for themselves and for their children. They are very few. The people who have attacked the destiny of the youth in that construction, they are very few politicians. Governors, senators, and everything. And what they are doing for them, it is just selfish. That's what they are. Until we fight and tell them that enough is enough, they will continue to do that. So don't be intimidated. Believe me, because they are not going anywhere and we are not going anywhere. We are out for this because thank God for this social media. Thank God will be on their matter, whether they like it or not. Yes, a child that said that the mother will not sleep, that child will never sleep until everything is done. Thank you, Mazi, and God bless you.
Thank you very much. We must continue. We must continue. And as I said before, to our brother, we should know how to, that is what diplomacy and politics is all about. We should know how to play games and answer or reply, because when you reply, when one person talks, that person is in all of you. One person talk, I can come now and say, we are not among. Who are you to talk for everybody? That is why we are calling for this referendum. Do you understand that? One person, one vote. One person, one vote. So that is it, and that is what we are going to get, so that everybody will express him or herself. Caller on the line, on direct line. Your name and where you calling from?
Yes, I still want to speak in respect of that. This man that you, my name is Chris. I'm calling from Waka. The man that you had a little bit argument with, it's like he doesn't understand. I want to educate him a little. I know he's listening.
It's not kind of argument anyway. It's we are talking to each other. It's just like, yes. Go on, if you have to make your contribution, you go on.
Yes. You see, this Fulani that you see that they are listening to this radio more than ourselves. If you don't know, I live in the north, I know them very well. You do not understand. I mean, the man that spoke with you, the former man, I do not remember his name.
Just speak your...
We should know how to talk. These things are games. They are playing with the whites, with the Britain. When you talk, they go there like it. And to be able to know how to talk, they are different. And we know what others. We know we are talking freedom, not segregation. No segregation, only one person. That's my contribution.
Thank you very much. Although I cannot grasp what you are saying, I think this is where I'm going to draw the curtain. Let me say this. You know, sometimes our people, that is what the basic thing I see, and that is why our people are easily discouraged. Because they see something from face value. You know our leader, you know what our leader calls it? Listening to gossip. And it's true. This is a fault of Ipob people. I'm telling you. That is why we can be easily deceived. We are feeble-minded. Somebody will go out now on the street, just met one person. Only one person. That person will argue, oh no, this you are Biafra, this and that, I don't want this. He will come down radio and say, no, you know, the way people are talking. our people will have one kind of character. Very, very fragile. Our way of thinking is very, very fragile, and that is one of the sources of our problems. Because we are not solid ideologically solid. That is why today you can, these people will come and say you are Anambra, and it will enter your head. Tomorrow they divide, they separate, bring out another step from there and say you are stream. You are stream state. Hey, the whole people, they say no, now we are no more Anambra, we are stream. You people are Anambra people, we are now stream. Next tomorrow they will call, they will separate other, bring up other state and say we are river state. Hey! Our people, there is something, that feeble-mindedness, feeble-mindedness. That is why we are, one of the main reasons we are suffering. We don't have this mindset of, what do you call it? Consistency, that is suicidal, being suicidal. We are not suicidal. The only place we are suicidal is looking for money, catering for our own private selves. That is where we are suicidal. I have studied our people, I have seen it. That is it. Ideologically, something that is, it will be good. Our people hardly, they look on something that they will fight for. Maybe they will not reap the fruits in the next 2 years. But maybe you are telling them that in the next 20, 30 years, hey, that everywhere will be paradise. Don't worry, we will suffer a bit, but we will gain. Even if it's not us, even if people coming after us will gain. No, our people are not for that. That is why they are feeble-minded. That is why during the war, they made Ojukwu see hell, our own people. Stop this, all of us, they will kill all of us. Who are you fighting for? If they kill all of us, how are you going to see? This man, everywhere, every day, every one of them, they started sabotage. That is where sabotage become big business. That is where sabotage become big business, even during the war. Now they started sabotaging Ojukwu and the whole military. They started sabotaging anything so that to discourage him, because they see that, oh, they are killing all of us. If they kill all of us, how are we going to? They don't know that their counterpart in South Sudan fought for 30 years. They were holding on. Bomb will strike and kill 500 people at a time. They will keep on. They will say, instead, we must get what we want. That is the spirit we lack. We lack that spirit. Never say die attitude. No. Ipob man don't have it. The only place Ipob man has it is in business. Looking for money. Because, do you know why? Because why he has that attitude in that looking for money? Because he will get it immediately. If he succeeds, he will get the money and he will enjoy it immediately. I don't know whether people understand what I'm saying. That is why our people are easily discouraged. I'm telling you, in the whole of that Nigeria, Igbos are the people that you can deceive easily. Politically, you deceive them as babies. You see some of these people, I'm talking about Igbo. You see tomorrow, anyone that come, you see Ojozo Kalu will come now. This week, he will come tomorrow and he will talk, he want to become the president or vice. You will still see our people supporting. Forget now, let us forget what he did, the other one have come, but let bygone by God. At least if he enter there, we got a chop. That is the kind of mindset that is it's so bad. Do you know the Fulani? One of the reasons they are succeeding is they don't forget. I said it before in this program. Today, any Fulani person you kill, if I say is a credit that must be paid, is a debt that must be paid, even if it takes 100 years. Do you know what that means? That they don't forget. But Igbos we forget. We forget us. You know, babies. You know, you can slap your child now for one thing. You will cry. You immediately under 1 minute you bring all this sweet, open and give to him or her. He laugh, he start eating that sweet and start smiling for you. He forgot immediately. That is the kind of heart we have, and that is why we are suffering. Is contributing to our suffering because we are not the hard-hearted. Ideologically, we are not hard-hearted. Now, that is a reality. That is why our leader, at the early time, he complaining, he is talking of consistency. You people are going to fail me. I'm not going to fail you people. Consistency, because he knows, he understands how our people's mind are. Somebody will butcher people now. Tomorrow, the same person will come up after 3, 4, 5 years. They will start. No complain again. Everything will be forgotten. Anyway, let bygone be bygone. Let us strategize. And that was the person that butchered people like Peter Obi. People will forget. So why am I saying this? Because of the little, discussion I had with my brother that called. I understand what he's saying, but it's not right. It's not the right way. He's not right. They say, hey, they should come. What about people that are hardcore more than even you and I? That are from other clans. What are you talking about them? Do you know that Wasofia was disturbing? He is from Igodo. We call Edo. We call Edo. When our leader used to say that no, Edo is not part of Biafra, but if they want, they can join through plebiscite, but we will respect their culture as monarch, just like Monaco and France. But this woman continued disturbing, saying, no, I have seen it that we are part of Biafra. That is what consistency can cause. It can bring. Our people lack that consistency. You will talk, somebody will talk in a group. You will see 20 people, 50 people that are supporting what you are doing. But immediately you move out from that group and enter bus and enter in one argument with somebody. Oh, this year, immediately you come down, he will be disheartened and say, these people, he will conclude that if the person is from, I don't know, whether it's from Ogoni or he will say all of them. No, it's not true. It's not true. This is one thing we need to change from our character. It's killing us. Inconsistency. That is a mindset of never say, how do you call it? That is consistency. Being suicidal in what you believe and don't let anything, I say anything, to discourage you. Instead, you'll be going, you'll be moving, you'll be talking the same thing. If they say you say a lie, let us go, it's true. You continue what you are saying, repeating it consistently until you will start bearing fruits. You will start bearing fruits. Without all this thing that happened, would you have known that millions of even Nigerian youths are listening to Radio Biafra? You wouldn't have known. But after our people, now every time talking. Every time you people are talking. But you are going to church every Sunday. Since they born you till today, the same thing they will tell you. Christ is coming soon. Even since 80s, I've been hearing it. At least when I know something. Till today, Christ is coming. You go church, you go, even you cry when you pray. You come as if it's coming tomorrow. The same thing till you grow. You will have white hair. The same thing, and you never rejected going to Sunday service. You never rejected going to church. It's the same story. So I don't know why our people, when it comes to politics of our communal survival, we have another mindset. When it is your own personal business survival, you put that never say die attitude. And that is why we succeed in business. Anything you put never say die, you succeed. The Fulani, they are suicidal in getting to power, and they get it. Even if do you hear even middle belt, they say we are not part of North, but they still impose. Instead, they made even one of middle belt governors as their chairman now. That is never say die attitude. But many people are crying. But do you know that if it is in our people, they will say, oh, these people shouting that we are not part of Biafra. Oh, leave them. I beg, leave them. Oh, leave them now. They are talking too much. We are very naive politically. Sometimes I look at it, I laugh. I say our people, we are highly ignorant, naive. That is why we suffer most in slavery. That is why we are suffering in Nigeria, because we are politically naive. We don't understand what it means to be never say die attitude in our own communal survival. Even if you hear people talking against what you are doing, you carry shield, bulletproof, put inside your ear. Do as if you don't hear it. Continue doing what you are doing. Continue doing what you are with all your mind. That is where they know that you're serious. The discouragement, our people are easily discouraged. Why not we leave them now? They say they are not among we leave them. Oh God Almighty. How can you vex and leave your thing instead of vexing and picking your thing? Are you a wise person by vexing and leaving your thing? All these things we have settled it right from time immemorial. We have settled it. You know? So it's no more something we'll be talking now, because we have passed it. So our people, we should have this mindset we have on looking for money, making personal progress. And that is why we progress. Do you understand that? All these, this energy we put on personal progress, if we put it on our communal survival, my brother, do you know what it will be? When a group of people will go and build the Alaba International Market, state of art, everything, just organize themselves without the help of government. They are able to organize themselves. Why? Because they know that they will be, they will bear the fruits. I mean, they will receive the fruits immediately, because that is mercantile mentality. This thing we are doing in the next 1 year, everything we settle. I will have my shop. Everybody will have a shop. This and that. In the next 1 year, it's not far. Everybody will put head. But say it's our communal survivor that maybe we are looking for in the next 50 years. Things will be good, though, but it will be from 50 years. Hey, you see, Ipob man, a trickish man, he will just near, bam. Oh boy, this money I'm put itself. When am I going to get it back? To invest politically, no, count Ipob man out. For our communal survival, no. They are not among. But we must change this character. That is what we are here doing. To heal the sickness, because we are sick. Honestly, we are sick as a people. It's not an insult, it's reality. We are sick. to make this quick money, personal money. That is why anybody can fall. They use money, people becomes undignified, dishonorable, because of, in order to make it. If we use this mindset and fight for our freedom without listening, you know, your back doesn't hear nothing. Once you show your back to somebody, anything he wants, let him talk. Your back doesn't hear it again. You go your way. He's only wasting his energy. That is how we're supposed to be. Instead of listening to gossip. I love our leader sometimes when he's doing this question and answer program. When some people will call and start talking, you know what this man talking on Facebook, this are you listen? Go and listen to gossip. Man that go and listen more off the phone. Go and listen. I don't want people calling listeners of gossip. That is what we have become. And I see this as is a disease. I'm telling you. And that thing discourages. It makes that is discouragement. What brings people to? I hear say, these people say now it blurs your vision. You don't have vision. Where are we going? Continue marching. Don't care what people are talking at the backside. I'm going to stop here, please. I urge each and every one of you to continue listening to Radio Biafra London, because this is where you hear the truth without mincing words. We are here to reveal the hidden things that they don't want you to hear. Because as our brother Amadi said, I asked him, how on earth can somebody speak in the same language I'm speaking? You don't have any other language. You ask him, he said, no, I'm not Igbo. I'm Rivers. A Rivers man. It makes you a lower human being, I'm telling you, because it makes me become afraid. I say, what is happening? What went wrong in the mindset of these people? There's something. Some of them, not all. But you know what he said, which is right. Because of the nonsense they are watching, they are listening in the Nigerian media, Wazobia, all of them. They are listening. They tell you, River State, River State, it came into being when? 1967. It makes you forget who you are, your identity. You are speaking Igbo. Your name is Odele, Wike. Your name is Okafu. Now, Amadi. Now, but you say, no, I'm not Igbo. There is something wrong in your brain. If you're that, there is something wrong in your brain. You have to find out what is wrong in your brain. Now, what are you? You say, I'm a reverse man. Yes, after you garnish it with a Niger Delta. And the Fulani, they will be laughing. They created you. After British creation, now the Fulani created you and you are happy. Answering their pets. Niger Delta, you come. Rivers, you run, come. Tomorrow they will create a stream. The stream state, and you answer, I'm from stream. You should be ashamed of yourself, honestly. Let us face our enemies. The common enemies we have are these politicians. Those that instigate you to fight those that are fighting for your benefit. These are the real enemies. I'm going to stop here. And from me, Mazi Jonathan, from here, I will say good evening.